Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lakota East High School here at the Hawk's Nest. It's a rainy Friday night with Lakota East versus Sycamore Aces. Big game tonight. This is Dave. I'm here with Matt. Matt, what do you think about the game tonight?
Yeah, Dave, this is basically a playoff game tonight. You've got both of these two sitting in the 7 and 8 seed, I believe, in the playoff computer points right now. So, got to win to stay in it, no question. Big one.
Yep, no doubt. These two teams come in pretty evenly matched, 6-3 overall, both. Sycamore 4-3 in the conference, with Lakota East at 5-2 in the conference. So I agree. This is a playoff game before the playoffs start right here. As the guys give us a good shot there, you can see the rain coming down, getting ready for the kickoff here. Looks like Sycamore won the toss.
Going to receive, and what's our wind doing? It's pretty still, actually. Just a straight rain right now.
It's coming down pretty straight. There's no wind. The Lakota East faithful are here with umbrellas. Not so much on the Sycamore side, but maybe they're still driving in. But here we go with the kickoff. It's a squib kick to start with. Sycamore bobbles it there about at the 25-yard line. Looks like quick coverage down to about the 27.
That was a great tackle by Dylan Sawyers, number 31, a senior. In fact, always good on senior night to lead it off with a tackle.
Looks like Davis Nilback from Sycamore picked up the squib kick around the 25, and he didn't get very far, maybe 2-3 yards. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 28-yard line to start this off for the Sycamore.
I think Dylan went untouched and took him down, and now Dylan's a starter on defense as well, so some of those are your headiest players to do that.
So here we go with the first play as scrimmage. The Aces look like they're lining up for a pass with a guy in motion here.
Nope.
And
we got a false start.
Looks like we got our first laundry on the field to start with. We're going to get a false start on Sycamore.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be tough tonight with that rain. They're going to be off balance at times, so not a surprise, especially on the road.
Yep, so the Avs start here 5 yards back. They go with the same play in motion with a pitch out to the left-hand side.
Ball on the ground.
Came loose.
I think the running back recovered it, though.
Yeah, Matt, I saw that pop out, too, and he must have jumped right back on that.
Yeah, that's Noah Blaze, number 7.
I think we're going to get another look at that. That
Junior
was Lee
running
May
back.
coming around. Nope, number 7.
Noah Blaze on the carry.
Noah Blaze. You can see the ball was out there for a second, and luckily that popped right back into his hands.
Yeah, he was fortunate. Michael Howard, number 22, linebacker for the Hawks, was going to pounce on that. He was getting ready, but you're right. That bounced right back to Noah, Dave. So
lucky break for the Avs there. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 14. He actually
got a yard.
Got a yard out of that, yes.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we got more laundry, so 2 plays.
Delay game.
2 sets of penalties, and it's going to be delay a game, yes, on the Sycamore. That's going to push them back a little bit further. So they're going in the wrong direction to start the game off, and that should make the Hawks pretty happy with the conditions as they are. Like we said, the rain's coming down just so ever slightly, but steady.
Yeah, it's going to be, and you're right, Dave, it's going to be tough to get yards, and I'm sure Coach Totillo for the Aviators is not happy. He's been around quite a while coaching, and not a way to start. A fumble and two penalties.
Exactly, as we were just saying, this is probably a playoff game in the making right here between these two squads, and not the way he probably drew it up on the whiteboard in the locker room before they came out tonight.
You script your first 15, that's not it.
No. So we've got 2nd 19 now, and Sycamore's going to come to the line of scrimmage again. Looks like a tight formation. He's in the shotgun. Looks like he's going to keep it. He's going up the right-hand side. There's a missed tackle, and then a big one comes in. Jordan McDonald was the ball carrier
Yeah, and that was actually Michael Howard on the stop, too, number 22 as well for East. And
We're going to get another shot of it here. Look at Howard. He
just buried him.
That is classic textbook tackle right there.
Form tackle. Well, this is funny. Sycamore rotates their quarterbacks. That was that's to their running back was McConnell, but now they're going to go back to their quarterback. So you got to think they're throwing. That was a direct snap on the last play to 22, and looks like they're going back to number 5, Drew Aldamule, as their starting quarterback. He's fourth in the league in passing, so that they must rotate a little bit of how they run their offense. I guess we'll see a little bit more as we go.
Yeah, looks like we got another penalty.
Yeah, this time on the Hawks.
So that helps out the Sycamore Aviators. They move the ball up. There's a snap back to the quarterback. He's going to put it up in the air. It's tipped.
Almost intercepted.
And again, Howard, he is around the ball a ton tonight already with just couple of plays, and 22 is finding himself near the ball quite a bit, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, active guy. He's really made himself into a big-time starter this year, going from JV last year to being a starter as a junior on the varsity here this year.
I'd like to see that for the future with the Hawks program here. So, 4th down, I don't see a punter back there.
I think he's he's not very deep.
If
but
that's he's a short punt.
The quick kick. Worked out.
It did. So Sycamore lines up like they're maybe going to go for it.
That was number 22 again. That was Jordan McConnell. So he's kind of Mr. Do Everything. They threw that last pass to him. He had the direct snap, and now he just punted, folks.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to say Jordan McConnell's name a ton tonight. This looks that way.
I think you're right. So he was looked like maybe they were going to do a wildcat or something, and then he just grabbed it and kicked a pooch kick, but got a nice bounce and got some yardage out of it. So the Hawks look like they're going to start about the 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
We got the senior Sean Church under center, so last home start of the year, unless we can jump all the way to the 4 spot.
Yep.
Nothing going there. It looked like DeBrosey up back there.
That's Jack DeBrosey right up the middle. Sean handed that off quickly up the middle. But, Matt, Church's last home game here as a senior, and a couple of these guys with senior night tonight. Right before the game started, each kid and their parents came out. It was nice, though raining. They'll still remember that. So a big night for them, for these seniors here for Lakota East. So there's Sean getting back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9.
Looks like he's going to get up underneath center here. He's looking. He's another handoff to DeBrosey, and he's going up the middle. He's going the 30, the 20, the 10. Looks like he might make it to the goal line.
Touchdown.
And yes, that's a touchdown, Hawks. So there we go. 2 plays from scrimmage, and the Hawks got 6 quick. Nice run by Jack DeBrosey there, Matt.
Yeah, Jack's another senior starter. We're going to get a great look here. A great clear-out block by the right side of the line.
Yep. There's a missed tackle, and their hole was large, and Jack just took off.
Yeah, the offensive line has really been really solid this year, I think, overall. Throwing out the Coleraine game, which is so tough to go against those guys. But otherwise, they've been really the leading rushing team in the GMC. 1 or 2 the entire year. Yeah, Gavin Myers now getting ready to take the kick.
Yep, he's got the PAT. It's up, and it is good. So that's going to be 7-0 for the Hawks. That's the start they're looking for, that's for sure. So Coach Rick Haynes has got to be happy with that. Not for sure he drew it quite up that way on the whiteboard either in the locker room, but I'm sure he loves the result. 2 plays, 65 yards for a touchdown, and the Hawks are up 7-0.
And Dave, that puts Jack. He came into the night tonight at 917 total rushing yards. So that 64 puts him very close to 1,000 for the year, which would be a tremendous mark anytime you pass 1,000 yards, and doing it in 10 games in high school is outstanding. And Jack being a senior, a kid who's been around this program and worked so hard his entire way through, really starting back in junior high even, he was just known that way. So
yeah, he hit that hole, took off, and I'll tell you, number 11, Jacob Andrew there from Sycamore, he didn't give up on him, though. He chased him all the way down the goal line, just a few yards too short. So good hustle on his part, but Jack just beat him to the goal line and put it in. So here we go with the Hawks kicking off. Not a squib kick, though, but a short one again with this weather, about at the 20, and he's going to bring it up just over the 30-yard line. Looks like they may get to about the 32.
That was number 33, Hayden King, on the stop. He was a junior linebacker as well. Great to see these guys on special teams being sure on the tackling. Two hands, wrapped them up, didn't let them go anywhere. It's wet. They can slip out of their grip, so you want to see that. And East has been really sound already, both on the two kickoffs and on their first defensive stand. So
couldn't agree with you more, Matt. The special teams, I think, will decide this night. Like we said in the beginning, these two teams are pretty evenly matched up. They've done about the same against other opponents. And special teams, I think, is going to be the key. So here we go with the Aviators at the line of scrimmage. He drops back. Look, there's somebody going through the middle, and that's going to be a sack.
That looked like big number 90,
yes.
Terrio Henderson, I think. Sure was. Big senior again. We like these seniors coming up big on senior night.
That was number 5, Drew, for the Aviators, back to pass. And
yeah, Henderson just blew through the line. It was unblocked almost.
Yeah, he put the pressure on, and he dropped him for a big loss at 2nd and 21 now with the Aviators at their own 20. Looking back, Drew's looking back again. He throws the ball at the 20. There's a 25-30 missed tackle. They're going to bring that ball and get every yard and more of that
McConnell
back.
Again.
So just as we were talking about some good tackling.
I won't jinx him anymore.
Yeah, the boys missed a few tackles there for the Hawks. And the Aviators, nice little throw underneath there to about a 5-yard pass, and turns that into about a 26-yard gain. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 44 for the Aviators. He's throwing deep.
Number 13. That's R.J. Heath on defense, the junior defensive back.
R.J. was with him there, stride for stride.
I think he almost caught that, Dave. He almost looked like he turned himself into the receiver on that play.
Yep. And, Matt, just as you said, guess who was downfield there? Number 22, Jordan McConnell, looking to catch that ball. But East was right there, stride for stride, and tipped that ball away. So Sycamore's going to get lined back up. They got a wide split to the right. Looks like number 7 is behind, Noah Blaze. There's a fumble. No, that's a direct snap again. The 22, Jordan McConnell. He's going to get just swallowed up at about the 39, 38-yard line. And that's going to be a big loss for the Aviators again of about 6 yards. We're going to get another look at it here, Matt. That's a direct snap.
And Corey Dick just made a great play here on defense. He pursued McConnell the entire way. Number 29, he's a junior, another bright future for next year. He's really had a great season, I think, for the Thunderhawks. His name's been called quite a bit.
Little different to see Corey on this side of the ball.
That's true. You're right. He does run the ball quite a bit.
Obviously filling the gap in for somebody tonight and comes up with a big play. But as you said, great another prospect for next year for East. And get back to the game here. We're throwing the ball. The Aviators down to about the 46-yard line to number 81.
It's Davis Neblak on the catch, senior wide receiver for Sycamore. It's a nice throw. He stepped right into that, Dave. I was impressed. He's got arms. No wonder he's 4th in the league in passing right now.
Yeah. With these conditions, as we said, the Sycamore's not holding back a throwing the ball, and they trust him. And like you said, he obviously has some experience back there throwing the ball. And he put that one on target, and he gets right back up to the line. They got a wide split with a hard count, and he pulled the Hawks off sides there. As we can see, the referee telling us offsides.
Yeah, which is another talent of a quarterback. He's obviously well-versed. He's been sacked already, gotten right back up and thrown good passes, and here he is with the hard count drawing the Hawks being a little too aggressive offside. So it's 5 more yards. Sycamore's moving. We're here at the 36 or the 40 of the Thunderhawks right now, so 41. Hawks going to need a play here to start making a stand, 1st and 10.
So here we are back to the line of scrimmage. He looks a little fake up the middle, wide to the right. Looks like that's Jordan again, and they are swarm tackling him. Oh, ball's loose. No, it looks like they called that dead on the whistle.
They did, and it looked like one of their offensive linemen actually was quick to get over there. Number 63, Chris Fields, jumped on it in case it was still alive.
Here we go. There's the play again. Jordan trying to look for some space on the right-hand side, and there's just nothing there but black jerseys. And that ball did come out there at the end, but I guess the ref said that they had already blew the whistle. So Sycamore finds himself 2nd and 10 now from the 41, and they're back in the shotgun. Fakes it up the middle, hands off to the left-hand side. Same play, just to the left-hand side, and there goes Jordan down the left-hand side. He's taking it down inside about the 10, inside the 15 to the 10.
Flagging the play, though, Dave.
I thought I saw Laundry come out again. Yeah. Well, there's been a lot of penalties already. Yeah. Does not make for a quick night on these conditions, but here we're going to see it again. There's that fake up the middle. Hand off to Jordan down the left-hand side, and there he goes. He's scampering. Not a lot of black jerseys there.
McConnell was really patient to wait for that hole. You know, he took a little bit of that survey of where the hole was going to go, and then he just slid right outside. Eventually, that was Quentin Mawson to stop.
So 1st and 10 on the 10. I guess that penalty was on the Hawks in decline, and there goes the Avs straight up the middle.
That was their bigger back, number 7, Noah Blaze that time.
Yep.
Junior. So it looks like they got a little thunder and lightning. Not that Noah's huge, but he's a bit bigger than McConnell. McConnell's their fast outside guy. They put him everywhere in space, and we do have an injured aviator right now. Let's take a look at the replay, Dave.
Yep, there goes
Blaze up the middle. Didn't see the injury, though.
Nope. There's 22 Howard all over the ball. There's the ball coming out again.
Yeah. Wet ball tonight. We talked about that.
Corey Dick right there.
Yep.
So the looks like we have a aviator down.
Can't quite get the number. I guess we'll find out here soon. Well, just to your point, Dave, you said these guys are pretty evenly balanced. Most of the results have been pretty similar, and here we go. Sycamore's coming right back after that long DeBrosi touchdown, and inside the 5, sitting right in front of the doorstep of the goal line.
Yep, it's going to be 2nd and 3 or 4, kind of splitting there, and hopefully this young man's okay. They're checking out his leg, and it looks like he's up. And
it was a tailback, Noah
Blaze. It was Noah Blaze. So good to see him up walking on his own. These young guys come out here and play for the love of the game, and we love to see them get up and walk off on their own and not be hurt here.
So what do you think, Dave? 2nd and 4, on the 4?
Knocking on the door here. So the defense kind of broke down there a little bit. 2 big, long plays. Swarmed a couple plays, and then 2 big, long breaks on the Sycamore Aviators. Both up this left-hand side, so I don't know if maybe the coaches over in the booth next to us are seeing something, but definitely success on the left-hand side, and it's going to be, like we said, 2nd and 3 or 4, and goal to go as they line up. They got split wide right and left. He's going to throw that ball with a fade to the corner, and that's just going to be a little bit too far over his head.
Yep, he was targeting number 81 again, Davis Nablack, who's one of their bigger wide receivers at 6 feet tall. But, yeah, too much air under that and sailed out of bounds. And you're right about looking at their left side. Number 72, the big left tackle, Eric Buffington for Sycamore, 6'4", 255. You can see he definitely stands out, and it makes sense that you pointed that out, Dave. They are running left. There's a reason they're going there. I'd say he's probably a big part of that.
Yeah, he definitely looks like a force to be reckoned with on the left-hand side there. So, but yeah, 81 is his favorite. Looks like might be his favorite target. So they're loaded up here in the box. He's throwing a quick slant inside and incomplete. Boy, that looked like a good ball there.
I thought so too.
Again, number 81. He seems to like to find him. He found him in the middle of the field there to get a lot of that yardage back on this drive originally. So it's going to bring up 4th down, and the Aviators are going to have to go for 3 here.
I'm a little surprised they didn't try to run, but I guess they've got success throwing the ball as well. So maybe it makes some sense. This is number 82 line. I think it's number 82. Yep, lining up for Sycamore, but we do not have him on the list. We'll try to find that out for you folks. Looks like it might be Jack Farron's the one kicker listed on here, so we're going to take a stab. Either that or Sebastian Salas. Actually, there's 2 kickers listed on their roster, so
we got a
we'll
penalty.
Get that right for you, Sycamore fans out there.
Yeah, once again, Matt, we have some more laundry on the field.
Oh, boy, we're going to set a record.
Hope the coaches can get this straightened out on both sides with these young men. That it's going to be a long night. So
it's offside on East too.
So that'll be half the distance to the goal. It'll be 4th down again, as the referee just indicated. So now, what does Sycamore Aviators do? Are they going to kick this ball, or are they going to get up behind that offensive line? I see some additional offensive linemen coming in, and I think
Drew Almeda's back out there. Their quarterback, number 5.
I see Drew out there, and I think they're going to go for this on 4th and goal. A little bit of confusion here. A lot of guys running around.
Play clock's running down. It's under 10.
Yeah. So Drew's going to have to work quickly here as he's in the shotgun. He hands that off, and there isn't much going there. There's nothing but black shirts.
That's right. Defensive stand by East.
And just when the East needed the call, there's Hundemer, number 89.
Big Hundy. Boy, Dave, you said it. You couldn't get a crack of daylight through the middle of that defensive line in that play.
Yeah, Adam Hundemer, defensive lineman there, filled that gap, him and a few of his friends, and I saw nothing but black shirts. We're going to get another look at it. Here we go. Big pile in the middle of nothing but black. Adam Hundemer, and it looks like number 52, Justin Caton, was in there too from the linebacker position, grabbing a piece of that white jersey. And it's going to be 1st down Hawks from about the 4-yard line. So he lost about 2 yards on that play.
He tried to bounce outside, but he was going nowhere. That line had collapsed. There was great pressure by the defense.
Church is up underneath center. He looks up the middle. Is that Jack?
It's Jack DeBrosi.
And he stands into a big pocket. Nobody can bring him down, but the referees call forward progress stopped after a few-yard gain. Looks like Ryan Drawn had the tackle there, or the stand-up. Jack never went down on that. Strong kid right there.
Yep. So, yeah, they gave him 3 on that play, so that's good. Just get him outside off of that goal line, give him a little more space to, maybe they'll be able to move her a little sideways if they have to. But probably another quick hitter could be coming here.
So I don't know if we have a timeout here on the field or an equipment timeout. Saw a Sycamore Aviator was bent down there, maybe getting a cleat retied. So Coach Haynes brought his offense over to the sideline, threw in a play, and they're ready to go here. So it's 2nd and 7. He picked up 3, just as you said. And here we go up the middle, and he's still going. That's Sean Church. He's ripping tackles, and he comes scampering out to about the 20, just over the 20-yard line, maybe 23-yard line. We're going to get another look at that. We kind of lost Sean in there. He's follows a big
Evan Yaki clearing space there, I believe.
Look at that, and Sean's breaking. Sean's breaking tackles right and left, throwing defenders off of him, and he brings that up to about the 24-yard line. So, boy, that's just what the East needed to get out of that hole, get away from the goal line, and get some space. Yeah, that was Devin
Green clearing space, actually pulling as a guard, as a well-designed play. And if they're going to miss tackles, it's going to be a long night.
Sean's up underneath center. He fakes it up middle, gives it to Jack, and not much going there on that left-hand side that time.
This line's been great all year. They're really big and strong up front. That's what you need when you're going to run this this triple option, basically, that East is in.
There's 72.
A lot, as we know. So, yeah, it's David Green, number 72, and then you've got big Evan Yaki over there at the left tackle as well. So really a lot of power up front.
Yeah, those guys are working hard down in the trenches and making some space for these runners, for Church and DeBrosi. So looks like the East is ready to go. Sean's up at the line of scrimmage, gets up underneath center. Got a man in motion. Looks like he's going to keep it this time again. And after a few yard gain, he gets stacked up. And looks like we're going to have 3rd down in about 3. Right at about the 30, the 31, right on the 30-yard line, it looks like. So Sean decided to keep that one there, Matt, and not give it to Jack.
He did. It looks like that right side of the Sycamore defense has been a little stout. So I know we had our big carry over on the left side. So maybe Jack wants to, or Sean, going to go right here.
So here's Jack lined up right behind Sean. Sean calls for the ball. Got the rollout. There's some of those big linemen making some space. Sean decides to pull it down and take off running, and he's going to pick up the first down.
And then some.
And then some, yes, Matt. It looks like he took that out to about the 39-yard line. And so first down, Thunderhawks. That was a well-designed play, too. They pulled the guard out there, give him some, or is that the big 72? Is he at the tackle position? Pulled him out, gave Sean some protection, and he didn't see much, so he just pulled it down and took off running.
Yeah, and Sean looked like a senior there. He was poised and took his time.
So here we are at the first quarter with 2:34 left, and Sean hands that off right up the middle, and not a whole lot there.
Again, when the Hawks go left, it seems like it's been a little more difficult. Picking on the right side's worked.
So there's a good look at some of our offensive linemen there.
And that was Edward's son, number 50 for Sycamore, with a good penetration along with a few of his friends up front. So they're scrapping away here as the first quarter winds down. So East wants to really control this clock, see if they can run the quarter out and get this into Sycamore territory.
Yeah, they're about getting close to midfield here at 2nd and 8. So Sean gets up underneath center. We got a man in motion. Little misdirection off to the left-hand side. Now there's a hole, and he's going to go for 40 to 30. Look, he's down to the 20. It's a foot race to the goal line, and they're not going to catch him, Matt. That's a touchdown, Lakota East.
That's Josh Thornhill, number 36, a sophomore tailback. Ton of speed. Josh has been improving every game. He's run a lot on the JV, but each week they've been giving him a little bit more up here on the varsity, and he's only a sophomore.
So we're going to get another good look at this one, Matt. Here we go, man in motion. Sean fakes the jack, and there he goes off the left-hand side, right down the 50 and the 40 and the 30. And as I said, it's a foot race, and I don't think anybody's catching him tonight.
Not at all, Dave. And big Dave and Green pulled from the right side to the left, and maybe that's what we needed to get something on the left side. It's been tough, and we just blasted it open, and Gavin Myers hits the extra point. I think that's another point for
And it looked on that replay, Matt, that number 7, Noah Blaze, their running back was playing defense going both ways, trying to chase him down. But not tonight, like I said. That young man, Josh, just turned the jets on and smelled that goal line, and he wasn't stopping. Yeah. So good call on the offensive coordinator's position. Saw something there with a little bit of motion, misdirection, and opened up that left-hand side that's been clogged up on the normal option.
Yep. And I'm sure they were thinking that Rosie got that ball on the right side handoff again, it was going to be trouble, and that was just enough to. Between that and Devin Green's pulling guard, that's two big things that just cleared space for Sean Thornhill to take that distance.
Yeah, so we noticed Corey Dick was playing defense tonight, filling maybe for some vacancy there, and that might have opened up that for Josh to get a little extra playing time, and he's making it pay off. Love to see Corey back there running the ball as well, but doing yeoman's work, what the coaches asked him to do, and moved over to defense tonight and playing a little linebacker, so it's good to see kids that can step up, fill the gaps when other kids have to move around or go down, and Josh took advantage of that. And here we go with the kickoff by Gavin. We'll see what he's going to do. Another squib kick down the middle. That one popped up. That's a little bit of trouble at the 25-yard line. Sycamore running around looking for space. There's not much there.
No Blaze again. So if it's not McConnell, it's been Blaze tonight.
Yeah, he's around the ball everywhere we look. Offense, defense, receiving team. So
it could be a long night if they can't. They need a few other guys to help these guys out.
Here we're going to see it again. There's
Great
Noah.
Coverage again. Who made that tackle, Dave? That looked.
Oh, that's number 6, it looks like.
That's Jackson Leahy, a senior defensive back. So, again, getting down, that's the third kickoff tonight that East has executed great in coverage.
There you can see, Matt, the range is coming down, and that's why they're squib kicking some of these, making it a little bit hard here. Just about a minute 36 left in the first, and Sycamore's got the ball and is going to run it up the middle to Noah. He gets hit once at the 30, bounces off, falls forward for a couple of extra yards,
Give him credit for getting a couple. He was bottled up, but bounced out and probably picked up 2 or 3, it looks like. We're going to see a replay on this. Again, could have been a hold there. You can see that fistful of jersey already.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Refs probably missed one there, but they've thrown so much laundry tonight, Dave. I think they just said, let's get through the quarter.
So Noah had a good run, but number 55 there for the Hawks, Tyler Wilkerson, was definitely being held. So here we go back from the line of scrimmage. Another handoff to Noah. Not a whole lot of daylight there on the right-hand side.
Looked like Hundy was there along with Michael Howard.
Looks like he's going to get about a half a yard to a yard on that. So, yeah, this young man must have some serious endurance of all the positions he's playing. And Coach obviously has some...
Yeah, he's got a lot of confidence.
Confidence, absolutely.
That was Vince Cornell on the stop as well. I need to give him credit. But a lot of activity up there in the front seven for the
3
Hawks.
straight plays for Noah, including the kickoff. So here he is back behind the quarterback again. He's getting a pitch out to Blaze again, and he's turning on some jets. So...
Good run. That's going to pick up probably 12 or 15 on the carry. First down.
We're going to get another shot of that. He picks up this first down, but there it is. There's the pitch to Blaze. He just takes that corner, hops over somebody. There's Howard.
On the stop.
And, 22 on both sides of the ball and 7 seem to be the numbers that are
no question.
finding a lot of attention tonight.
So we got 17 seconds left, so, no need to... They don't have to chuck it down the field. I know you'd love to be on the board in the first quarter if you're Sycamore, but they just need positive yards to stay in this game.
Yep, so they're lined up. They got 2 to the left. Drew drops back, throws a quick one. Looks like it's going to get knocked down at the line of scrimmage. I'm not for sure who got their hands up on that.
That's Hundy. Adam Hundemeyer again.
Adam having a good game so far tonight, playing that defensive line, stepping up. Been looking for him to have some good games here recently, and big kid got his hands up. We're going to get a replay. There it is. Adam's big right-hand paw just knocks that ball down.
Yeah, he's fired up, and that's where that basketball skill comes in. He's part of the Lakota East basketball program, too, so just like he's blocking a shot.
Yep, great athlete right there, both ways, basketball, football. So here we go again, right up the middle. Again, Noah Blaze. He's finding space somewhere in there and gets up to about over midfield to the 45-yard line.
That was number 2, Quentin Moss on the stop, and he laid the wood there. No question, a solid tackle, but first quarter's out.
So Noah's taking a big breath there at the end of the first quarter. It is 14-0, Lakota East over the Sycamore Aviators. We'll be right back with the second quarter here at the Hawk Nest. So welcome back to the Hawk Nest. Here we are at the beginning of the second quarter. It is Lakota East 14, the Sycamore Aviators nothing. Matt, pretty good first half for the East team. A couple big plays.
Yep.
Sycamore had some problems at the beginning with some false starts and a lot of laundry out there, but drove all the way down to the doorstep to the 2-yard line and just couldn't punch it in. Lakota held them. So that's how we're at 14-0, but they got the ball here and moving it right now.
Yeah, it's right. Dave, I'm glad you brought that up because that was really a well-engineered drive by Sycamore and just came up empty. They looked like they were going to kick a field goal. Lakota East jumped offside, and then sure enough, Sycamore went for it and got stuffed. So it was a big turn of events, and East made them pay with a long drive and a touchdown themselves.
Despite the rain we see coming down, the Aviators are throwing the ball and moving it, like we said, just couldn't get it in the end zone. But here they go in the beginning of the second quarter. Direct snap to the quarterback keeper, and haven't seen that too much tonight, Matt, but he gets a yard or 2 there. Moving the ball. Yeah,
Drew Edelmule is more of a thrower. He's number 4 in the conference in passing yards right now, and not necessarily his game probably to throw it, but he does have considerable rushing yards as well. Obviously, when you've got McConnell and Blaze behind you, you probably aren't going to be the first or second option to run it, but he's got a nice arm and really seems to have a command of this offense.
Yeah, like you said, Drew's got 745 yards up through beginning of tonight in the GMC, and he's back there again looking to. That's a quick handoff to Noah Blaze, and that goes nowhere but into a sea of black, and that's going to be a loss.
Yep, and again, Vince Carnell in again, number 57 from the linebacker spot or from his defensive end spot. He's been pretty active here. We've got to start calling his number a little bit more. Got to make sure I give him credit.
And Troy Reisner was in on that play. We saw on the replay there.
A couple of juniors.
Stacking them up, and that was a loss of about 1.5 yards. So starting off the second quarter here, Aviators are going the wrong way. They're about on their 43-yard line, and Drew's back in the shotgun. He's looking to pass. He throws down. Oh, that's almost intercepted right through the hands of number 13 for Lakota East.
R.J. Heath.
There you see R.J. He wishes he could get that one back. He looks over at the coach and says, little wet out here, Coach. I'll get the next one. But, boy, he had a chance to get a pick there, and he had some running room because there was a lot of green.
He did. And that's Rodney's son, Rodney Heath, former Bengal, who also helps out with Lakota East, and sure he's going to talk to him about it a little bit later.
Yep, he will wish he'll have that one back. But here we go again from the line of scrimmage. Drew drops back, rolls to the left. He's setting up the throw. There's not much there. He fires down to about the 30-yard line, but that looks incomplete, and a diving catch, and there's big number 81.
Davis Nablack again. He's his target, no question. I think you said, Dave, he's also fourth in the conference in receiving.
Yeah, I believe he is, but you're right. Drew does like to look up and find 81 is his target.
Look that up. Actually, Jordan McConnell is fourth for Sycamore, and Jordan's a little bit down the line there. Davis a little bit down the line, but heck, he's still been very active. Obviously, a big target for him. Probably his biggest receiver on the field. So.
Yeah, they have him listed at 6 foot, but boy, he looks like he goes 6'2" every bit of it.
I agree. I think they're going the other way in the listing. So we got a time stop.
So here we go. Looks like we got the punter in, and he does not get deep in this drop back. He's got a quick
pooch
kick here down to the east 4 or 5 yard line, and that's going to be bobbled but out of bounds, and not for sure who was back. Was that
I think that's Evan Yablonsky, number 88, another senior out here. He's been a leader and a great student, all around athletic kid who's does about a little bit of everything for the Thunderhawks, being a good receiver, but he'll long snap. He kicked a couple extra points last week. He's kind of everywhere.
So you're right. Adam's got great hands, and thank goodness he was able to swat that one off and out of bounds.
And actually, that's a guy with great hands on a wet night, though. It definitely makes a difference. Even a guy like that who catches just about everything you throw to him.
Right, and that little pooch kick that the Aviators punter has does have a little bit of a problem to it coming down. Like I said, it's not that normal look that you see coming up getting up underneath the ball to receive it as a normal returner. So here we go with the East with the ball in looks like about the 8 yard line, and Sean's going to pound that up the middle with looks like Jack.
Big 30.
Jack DeBrosi again gets some space. So here we go. The East got their backs to their goal line again, and Jack pounds that up the middle and gives them some space.
We get a quick look. Again, a good inside power here. Good trap set up, trap block, and Jack hit the hole immediately. Didn't even hesitate, Dave.
Yep. So here we go. 2nd and 1. Sean's got the ball. He's looking outside. Nothing there. He's shaking and baking. He's making something out of nothing there.
That's right.
He had one to get, and he shook a little left, went a little right. Again, a little bit of a senior poise in him, waiting for things to happen, and he picked up
7 or 8, right? Picked up 8 yards.
So that's a first down for the Thunderhawks.
He just felt his way through nothing, and there you go. You just got to keep going straight ahead, and he'll keep going side to side and straight ahead at the same time.
So there they are at the 25-yard line. Sean's up underneath. Looks like he fakes it off to Jack. He keeps it. He's trying to reverse it. Not a whole lot there. Again, whoa.
Squirted out of nothing.
I thought that was going to be a loss.
Looked like number 1, Apollo Ford, had him deep behind the line, and boy, sure enough, he squirted out again.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to be a 1 or 2 yard loss, Matt, and all of a sudden there goes Church sneaking up underneath some people and get some positive yardage out of this. So,
and Dave, their uniforms might be wet too, and he's taking advantage of it because they don't seem to be able to get a grip on Sean right now.
No doubt. So he gets a 2 yard gain, and it looked like it was going to be a 1 yard loss. So here we go with East at the line of scrimmage again. Little misdirection to the right hand side. Same thing we got on that touchdown.
Ball's out.
Ball's out.
Sycamore's got
Looks
it.
like
DeBrose's in
Sycamore
there
has
too,
the ball.
Oh, boy, that was a nice gainer, too.
Yeah, it looks like that was maybe no. Sean handed that off. And I'm not for sure who.
Carlito Parks recovered for the Aviators, but let's see what happened here. We're going to need a replay, Dave. We need it.
So there's the misdirection.
Oh, okay.
And that is number 8.
That's Donnie Wilkinson.
Donnie Wilkinson, who is a routine ball handler for the Hawks.
Yeah, sure-handed guy.
And,
boy, that popped right out into Carlito Parks' hand. He literally didn't have to move. It came right to him. It was a early birthday present.
Yeah, that was a misdirection to the right-hand side. He was getting good yardage. And, again, as you said, it's wet out there.
Yeah, it's tough.
So,
Donnie's a sure-handed guy.
Not going to give him a hard time about that, but, boy, that is what the Aviators definitely needed
sure
right here. That looks like
McConnell up the middle.
McConnell direct snap to him. And he just burst right up the middle for a good 17-yard pickup. We're going to see it again here, Matt. There it is. He fakes the handoff and goes right up the middle, twisting and turning until number 2, Quentin Moss, could get a hold of him and wrestle him down. So
he's been in a lot of tackles, but you don't want him making too many tackles that deep.
So here we are at 8:21 in the second, and the Aviators got the ball back. And here, the little
trickeration
trick. It's a handoff and a throw to the end zone. It's going to be touchdown. Touchdown, Aviators. And there's number 81.
81, Davis to Black. They just look for him and look for him.
So we're going to get another look at this, Matt. Boy, the Sycamore's going right at it. You see Drew hand it to Jordan, and Jordan just fires a ball. Not too bad for running back. And there's 81 behind the East defense, that big target. And here you can see him coming right at us.
I'll tell you, Jordan McConnell, is he doing everything or what, Dave? He is doing everything.
He's running, quick snapping, throwing the ball. Here we go for the Aviators PAT. And that's going to be up the middle. So, boy, that's just what the doctor ordered. If you're a Sycamore Aviator, a turnover, 2 big plays right away, bang, bang, and in the end zone. That's the way to strike back if you're pick up a turnover like that.
Well, Coach DeCillo's been around a long time, and he knows this is a playoff game. Like we said, both teams really have to win. They might sneak in with a loss, but they can't risk it. It's too close. There's too many teams that are on the doorstep, so they're not going to go down without a fight. They took Mason into overtime. They've had other tight games. Inexplicably, probably a tight game with West they didn't expect, but then they came right back and battled the rest of their schedules. So. They just know how to win. Every year Sycamore's always in the hunt.
Yeah, like you said, very evenly matched. Played all their opponents that they've seen against similar, about the same. Here East had the ball, driving almost to midfield before Donnie coughed that up, looking like they were in a good position to maybe go down and go up either 17 or 21-0, and really put East in the driver's seat on this night, especially with the conditions. And a turnover that Sycamore takes advantage of, and we're back right into a ball game at 14-7 here in the second quarter with 8:12 to go.
Yeah, you're right, Dave. We got a ball game, and credit their Sycamore coaching staff. Great play calling. They really mixed it up there because they knew they got to come up with something else.
Yep, they came up with it when they had. So here goes the kickoff. They're going to squib kick as well down. East bobbles it a little bit, picks it up. Ball's out again. It's getting kicked all around, and I think Sycamore just came up with the ball.
And they did, Dave. Yep, and there's a flag down.
Here we had a squib kick down inside the 30. East bobbled it a little bit, picked it back up, started running with it. And not too for sure who was over on that side for East, but we're going to see what the laundry is first.
Sideline warning. Sycamore, okay.
Yeah, they were pretty fired up. That happened right in front of their benches. We're going to see it here. There's the squib kick. Looks like number 22.
Yeah, Michael Howard.
Michael Howard for the Hawks. Had it. And it comes out and goes forward, gets kicked. And it looked like number 53 for the Aviators scooped that up. It was right in front of their bench. They got a little excited, got a little bit of warning, and now they got the ball and they're in business. So here we go again. There's Jordan McConnell out on the left-hand side. Gets hit, and
still
he's
on his
wrapped
feet.
up.
Oh,
He's still,
a
wow.
whole bunch of Hawks. You got Michael Howard there.
Yeah,
At number 57 again.
Troy Reasoner had him around the ankles,
yep.
wasn't letting go, but McConnell wasn't going down.
He did, and Vince Cornell and Michael Howard made sure there's no way he was going anywhere. But, boy, he gave everything he had.
Here you
McConnell
go again,
did.
Matt. There's McConnell. He gets hit, bounces back. Reasoner grabs him by the ankles, and then here comes the cavalry for the Hawks and pound him back for about a 2-yard loss. And that's what East needed. The defenses come right back and kind of smack Aviators in the mouth just as they did to them, putting it in the end zone. And here we go at 2nd and about 13 from the 41-yard line. McConnell again off to the right-hand side. Looks like he's going to pick up of about 3 yards down to about the 35-yard line.
So it looks like they're thinking a little wildcat with McConnell again. They're going to keep mixing that in. You've got to keep a track on wherever he is. He splits out wide. He's the tailback position, and they're going back to Drew Edelman. He'll be back behind under center on this play, but you've got to know where McConnell is.
Yep, they got McConnell's coming out wide right. Drew is in the shotgun. He gets the ball. He's going to roll left. He finds a hole, sees something, but then there's again another sea of black hitting quick.
Once again, Vince Cornell's in there among others. And we're going to get a replay today. Let's see who else was here, Dave.
So there goes Drew. He finds a hole. He shoots up there. Then
Michael
boom.
Howard.
Michael Howard, number 57, as you said.
Yeah, and I think Michael Howard, there, a little extra power on that.
And we got 4th and 4. And it looks like the Aviators are going to go for this. Drew's in the shotgun for the Aviators. They're split wide right. They're going to change up at the line, looks like here, as he looks over to the sidelines. And
I think they were thinking hard count there, Dave, because you saw Drew Edelman again gave that hard count like he drew East off sides in the first quarter, and they didn't bite this time.
Yeah, not a bad idea. You know, like we said, the weather conditions and everything, you're down 7 points. You got the ball in your hand. You're on this side of the 50. It's only 4th and 4. So if you can get 5 yards, you got a first down, and you're, inside the 30, set up, ready to go. So now it looks like Sycamore calls timeout, going to think about it and see what they're going to do here coming out of this huddle. If they're going to just go ahead and pooch it, kind of long for a field goal, I'd say, from here. Even though, as you said at the beginning of the game, not a whole lot of wind as I look out there at the flagpole. We're getting a little bit, but not much. So, but the conditions itself, wet field.
Yeah, as you said, special team early in the broadcast, special teams are going to be a big part. Sure enough, we got a fumble on a kickoff right there, setting Sycamore up. And trying to kick a field goal in this might be a little risky.
Yeah, that's a 49 or 50-yard field goal, and I don't see that happening. So they went over, talked about it.
Looks like they're going to line up and go for it.
They're going to line up and go for it here. 4th and 4 at the 32-yard line, and it's a snap back to Drew. He's looking to throw the ball. He's got a guy on the left-hand side. That's a pitch and catch to guess who? Number 81.
Davis to Black again.
Davis to Black is his favorite target tonight for sure.
No question.
And just a little out route. And I'm not for sure what the East were thinking there to be at the sticks, but as you can see on this replay, he's wide open. Nobody's near him. And they got a first down, and they're in business. So Adelman back. He's in the shotgun, hands it off to Nick. He's not going to find too much room there.
Looked like sophomore Justin Katona shot the gap on that play. And along with Vince Cornell, number 57, again.
Not for sure if he made it back to the line of scrimmage there, Matt.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if he did either. Might give him a yard, but not a lot going. Those linebackers are active for East tonight.
Yeah, it looks like it's 2nd and 10. So Aviators trying to make something happen, converted that 4th down, and they were looking to get the ball in the end zone before the half here. We've got 5:25 and ticking before the half, and they've got the ball on their own 23-yard line, marching in. So quick snap right back to Jordan McConnell. He drops it. He's looking. He's shaking. I see some flags. I see some face mask. I see all kinds of stuff going on out there. And
McConnell's a little shaken up maybe as well. I think he's okay, just gripping his hand, but yeah, he's still all
You
right.
see the flag there.
We got a hold, Dave. You're right. That
Holding
Laundry
on
came
the
up again.
Aviators.
Well, the pace of Laundry slowed down, but there's a big one right there.
Here we go. You see there, McConnell dropped the snap. He's trying to make something out of nothing, and there's number 13 for the
Jay
Hawks.
Heath again.
Heath was right there, staying home, playing his position. So we're going to have second down.
Second and forever, and that was well defended.
Yeah.
You're right. You got to stay home when you're on the outside because you might not have anybody behind you in time. So he held that edge real well and caused a loss. And, of course, with the hold anyhow, it's way back here. So
yeah, second and
take some work.
24, Matt, on the 37.
If I'm the defensive coach, I'm happy right now. Second and 24. So let's see what we can do.
Aviator's got some work to do as he drops back in the shotgun. He's looking. There's nothing there. He looks like he's going to pull it down and run. He's going off to the left-hand side. And
Michael Howard.
The Hawks react quickly. He gets a few yards back, but he was looking to throw that deep, Drew was, and there wasn't much there. And
yep, good coverage by the Hawks deep.
Yep.
Jackson Leahy in on the stop as well.
So that's going to bring up third down and 17. He got a little bit back, about 10, but it's still a long way. But as you said, this young man's not afraid to throw the ball. He's up there in the rankings of throwing the ball in the GMC, and the coaches have confidence in him. So Hawks can't take their eye off of him. He's going to drop back and throw it again. There's a strip from behind, and they're going to blow that dead as an incomplete. Yes, there's the referee waving his hands as incomplete pass. The Hawks were chasing that down like it was a fumble.
It sure looked like it could have been, but we're going to
get another shot here, Matt. He drops back I don't know about that
the
one.
old tuck rule was the arm going forward. I can understand why maybe they saw that.
Is that Troy Reasoner coming around the right-hand side there? He's pointing there. We're going to see a good look of it here. He gets right around Nick. Ooh, wow. That is really close.
I think Troy must have got a piece of it, but the motion of his arm makes it look like he is throwing. So tough call for the refs in fast motion. You got to give it to him.
Yeah, they don't get the opportunity to see replay like us. But here goes Drew back in the shotgun. He's going to throw it on fourth down and long. He's looking deep. He's got a man, and it's broken up. Whoa. There goes a helmet flying.
Luckily his head wasn't in it. Boy.
And there's our guy, 22, Jordan McConnell, all around the ball tonight, Matt.
He almost came up with that. 3 Hawks around him. He still had a shot. That was a beautiful throw.
Yeah.
Quite frank, in this rain, this grip. Well, Jordan McConnell's everywhere. He's really something else. That was number 33, Lee May, patting him on the back, too. And that's, I believe that's Lee May's grandson, the old ex-Red.
Yeah, he is.
Reading a story about that, so that's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's showing some sportsmanship there. We see Jordan grabbing his helmet there, trying to get off the side of the field. But like you said, he had 3 Hawks all over him. But Drew tried to drop that right in the middle, and he almost came up with that. The Hawks knock it away and escape another potential score there. So they got the ball back here at about the 30-yard line, and they're driving it right up the middle. Sean Church keeps it up the middle.
I think we're going to see a steady diet of Church and DeBrosi here maybe for a little bit. I don't think the Hawks have thrown a pass tonight yet.
No, they haven't. You were saying with Jablonski's got good hands, but I haven't seen him in there much. So not sure what coach is thinking here. Here's a replay of Sean finding some space up the middle.
Just grinding it out.
And he's grinding out. So it'll be interesting to see what we're going to see here. Sean again looking. He keeps the ball. He's going off the left-hand side. He's bouncing off tackles right and left. They can't bring him down until he gets to about the 47-yard line for a first down.
Church is definitely playing like a senior tonight. There's no question. This is a good, hard run.
Look at that. Goes off right between the guard and the tackle. Breaks one there. Breaks another one there. 2 guys trying to bring him down, Matt. And he is, like you said, playing like a senior on senior night here at the Hawk Nest, Sean Church. So 1st and 10 on the 47. Sean gives it up to Jack right up the middle. Jack pounds it right up through there over the 50-yard line down to about the 47 on the other side.
Good, strong game. It feels like it's DeBrosi time as well right now. This is, they've had some games where it takes a little while to get the engine revved up, but once he does, there's no stopping him.
Right. It'll be interesting to see what we do here with 3 minutes left before the half in the second quarter. They're moving the ball well, but do they got enough time to get it down to the end zone? They need some more yardage before they can even think about kicking in this weather. But here we go with Jack back up the middle, and he's just pounding it in there.
Another 4-yard gain. This looks like Coach Haynes' special here. We're going to pound it. We're going to control it. We're going to run this clock and see if we can get back in the end zone again before half, Dave.
Yep, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Looks like Jack got about 4 out of those 5. And, Coach has got all 3 timeouts left, so he can manage the clock if he wants to at 2:21 and counting. And Sean gets up underneath, keeps that one, goes off left side. He's got some running room. Again, nobody can bring him down. They gang tackle him. And another first down, and that'll stop the clock as they can get reset. We're going to get another look here, Matt.
Yeah, it's a great fake that really sucked the defense in, and then Sean just picks his way time and again, and there it is. 1, 2, 3 Sycamore Aviators to bring him down. Not one guy is going to bring them down by himself tonight, I don't think, Dave.
Nope, so here we go, 1st and 10 from the 33. We got a guy in motion. Sean fakes it to him. He rolls out. Looks like we're going to throw the ball. Maybe not. He pulls it back down. He takes off running.
Pretty good gainer.
Sean has rolled out. Just as we said, they haven't thrown the ball. I guess with time ticking down here, Coach decided he was going to try to look deep and either get a first down or an incomplete and stop the clock. But Sean didn't see much, pulled it down, and turned something out of nothing and picks up, looks like a good 5 yards out of that.
He did, and we got a Hawk timeout in the field, so give us a chance to reset. What do you think Coach Haynes is going to sit here? 2nd and 4, minute 49 left, Dave. We could see that fake dive to DeBrosi, but I'll be surprised if we don't. It's not between either Jack or Sean's hands at this point. I just think that Coach Haynes wants to score desperately before the half.
I would agree with you, Matt. He definitely wants to get points out of this drive before the half. They're at the 27-yard line. Kind of opens up the playbook. He's got 2 timeouts. He can throw, he can run. The run's been effective so far. Like you said, Sean is playing like a senior, making very smart choices at the line of scrimmage, keeping it when he should, and handing it off to Jack and pounding it up the middle when he can. But we'll see what they call up here. I see Yablonski's in split wide left, and Sean Church up underneath center. And they're going to just run the ball to Jack DeBrosi. There's a big hole.
That was that left side of the line.
Jack
space.
Pounds it down. 2 Aviators to take him down as well. Doesn't surprise me. Good, strong runner that he is. So there's a first down, Matt. We're going to get another look.
Yeah, big 56, Evan Yockey on that side of the line. When he clears space, that's all Jack needs.
Yep, and here we go. Sean back up, hand off to Jack. Oh, no, the ball's out again.
Well.
You're kidding me. There's a fumble. Just as they were driving, things were looking good. And
I don't know if he ever got that secured.
I don't know. It looked high up into his chin.
Yeah.
But just as they were getting ready to knock on the door at about the 10-yard line, here we're going to get another look.
Nope.
Guys pulling it up for us, and that thing just kind of jumped out of his hands. I don't think he ever really had a good handle.
I'm not sure he did. I just couldn't get a good enough look if the helmet was on. It sure didn't seem like it, though. It seemed like maybe it was an exchange
again, I don't know if that's an exchange or just wet conditions. But the Hawks were knocking on the door on the 10-yard line, as you can see there where the turnover was, with a minute 29 left here before the half. Definitely the Hawks were going to get some points out of that, either 3 or 7. But here the Aviators got the ball back, and they're going to hand it off to no better than Jordan McConnell. He gets a big hit at the 20, but
Howard
doesn't go down.
But you're right. Howard hit him hard, but he stayed up, broke through. This Jordan McConnell is having a heck of a first half.
Here's another look at it. Drew makes a fake to Nick. Gets to Jordan McConnell, number 22. Boom, there's a big hit by the other 22.
Michael Howard again, but it took Terrio Henderson to come out of that nose tackle position to track him down.
So showing the strength.
This time up to Noah Blaze. Not much there, though.
Nope. Just about a yard for number 7 there, Noah Blaze.
We're under a minute, too, Dave. So Sycamore's got to you got to think they're going to be looking down the field the way they do like to throw the ball.
They got plenty. They got 2 timeouts, but doesn't look like Coach is going to be using them as they're running the ball and trying to run up to the line of scrimmage, burning a lot of time here as Drew tries to get up there in the shotgun, and the clock's winding down. He hands it off to Jordan McConnell. He's got blockers on the left-hand side. There's somebody grabs him and just rips him down. But we got another Aviator with their helmet off on the field.
It looks like that might be 33 Lee May down.
Yeah, I see a 3. I can't pick up. Yep, number 33. You're right, Matt. Lee May. We're going to get another look and see what maybe happened here. There's the handoff to Jordan McConnell. You got Nick Blaze out there blocking. And, Mays is already on the ground.
And he looked like Big Hundy. Yep,
big Adam Hundemer, as he's trying to make a tackle, comes flying over the top. Just incidental contact there, I think, with Adam's leg and Lee May's head as he was just trying to get back up off the ground. Just one of those.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Sometimes those plays in football happen when you're not, it's not directly, you're not the guy carrying the ball, but you still get hit when you don't see it, and that's tough. He couldn't brace himself at all.
And Adam couldn't see him at all. His eyes were on the running back there trying to.
But he's getting up though, and that's good.
There we go. Yeah, here it is again. Boy, you see he's down on the ground trying to. Lifts his head as Adams coming across the top to make the tackle on the ball carrier Jordan McConnell, and it's good to see he's sitting up.
Yeah.
And walking off
in his own power. Yeah, he sure didn't want to. That could have been.
There he is, getting his helmet back on, and again, just like last time, always great to see these young guys get up and walk off the field under their own power.
Lee's a 5'11", 185-pound senior running back, so big night for him too. So that's another thing. His senior night, or at least his road senior night, and you sure don't want to see him go out of the game. So
exactly.
Good to see him get up on his own power, as you said, Dave.
We'll try to keep an eye and see what they do with him on the sidelines as the Aviators are all huddled up there. I think that's going to cost them for a timeout.
Yeah, under a minute left. I'm sure they
Yeah, we've got 27 seconds left here in the second quarter. And
so what do you think, Dave? Are you think Sycamore's going to try to go deep here? It's time, but they've shown they've been able to throw the ball deep.
You said Drew's got a strong arm, so we'll see what happens. Got a strange formation going on here. They got trips to the right. Drew is out there, and they're handing the ball up the middle, and there he goes. Number 16 for the Aviators. Took the direct snap.
Andrew Fair, who's a sophomore quarterback. Probably see him in the JV game tomorrow morning.
Here we're going to see again, they bring in their sophomore quarterback, number 16, fakes it to Nick. There's Drew right there out trying to block on Corey Dick. There's Howard chasing him down, and he gets quite a few yards there.
Sure did, up to the 42-yard line. So back in business, 20 seconds to go.
And looks like they got the same setup going here. The sophomore back behind, he fakes the handoff. No, he hands it off, and there's another big hole to Nick Blaze. And the Hawks need to find a stop here quick.
Yeah, Blaze, I'm sure he was back there. The Hawks are thinking, well, he's a decoy, but, they've got to cover trips right. And the personnel weren't over there to stop that play. We've had two big runs in a row by Sycamore.
Here you're going to see again,
now.
trips right, opens up the middle. They're handing it off to Nick Blaze. He takes off. There goes right by Howard. He's chasing him. And he just runs to the sidelines and steps out at about the 32-yard line to save some clock. Yep. So it's 12 seconds, and they're in the same exact formation. And there goes the sophomore throwing the ball. And he gets a first down out of that.
And that was number 3, Gordy and Apple, another sophomore for Sycamore.
So here the Aviators pulling some stuff out of the playbook. There's a sophomore quarterback throwing to the sophomore receiver that we haven't seen all night. And that'll convert for a first down, stop the clock, that they'll reset here and go on the wind.
6 seconds left. That Sycamore coaching staff's trying to dial up something special here.
Yeah, they are definitely in striking position with Drew's arm, and he's out wide again, and there's the sophomore handing it off to Nick Blaze. And that may get us to the end of the quarter.
They called a timeout, though. 0.7 seconds, Dave. That was dangerous. Woo.
Yeah, I don't know if he was even on the ground yet, but the referee blew the whistle, gave him the quick timeout, and they're going to try to come out and kick of last second field goal here.
Yeah, they're at the 37-yard field goal with the snap. As you said, their wind's not too strong. They've got a shot. You got to bother some rain, so they're going to have to get a handle on this. Let's see what we can do.
This will be interesting to see what comes out of this. Here, the Hawks had the ball inside the red zone, marching in, and coughed it up, and the Aviators get it back. This is their second turnover. The last time they punched it in for a quick touchdown, and here the Aviator coaching staff pulls a few plays out of the deep in the book.
And deep in their depths, bringing up a couple sophomores that hadn't done anything to start the half. And
you got it, Matt, with the sophomores running, throwing, catching, and they find themselves on the 20-yard line.
37-yarder line up
with 0.7 seconds to go to try a field goal here. So conditions aren't great, but probably reachable. We'll see what's going to happen here as they line up. The snap's a little high. He punches it out, and
wide left.
It is going to go wide left. The referees say no good, and boy, did the Hawks dodge a bullet there.
Sure did.
That's a 10-point or at least 6 points at minimum swing potentially. So here we are at the end of 2 going into the halftime. Lakota East 14 and Sycamore Aviators 7. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hawks Nest. Here on a Friday rainy night with the Lakota East Hawks up 14-7 over the Sycamore Aviators. As you can see, the rain is coming down still very steady. Hasn't caused too many problems yet tonight, Matt, but we have seen some balls slip out of some guys' hands, a couple turnovers we think maybe have caused by the rain, but guys have been working pretty hard out there on the field and handling it pretty well.
Yeah, I don't think that last fumble, we never got that clean look. We think that was just a high handoff or high just never secured. I don't think that was the wet one, but a couple of those other ones maybe. Just you never know. There's the guys are all playing hard tonight. Both scrapping for their playoff lives here. No question, they're winning. You should be in, but they can't risk it. Both teams have to give everything they've got to secure that playoff spot for next week.
Yeah, quick shot there of the Stripes. They're having fun with the rain too.
Great night
can't
to be
fun for them either as we sit up here in a pretty nice warm booth. But as you see the scoreboard there, 14-7, getting ready to start the second half. Lakota East will be receiving, heading south to north here at the Hawks Nest as the team huddles up there in the end zone, getting those last few seconds of instructions by the coaching staff. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second half. There's been some big plays on both sides, and which one of these coaches made adjustments there in the locker room to start this second half to see who's going to pull forward. There's some of the faithful there, students hanging out there, sticking it out in the rain on senior night. Good for them, having fun on a Friday night, lights night.
Yeah, kind of their senior night too, at least as fans. I'm sure all of them have been coming out here for the last few years. So, and you're right about adjustments, Dave. It's going to be, first off, both coaches said take care of the football. But, on looking at the stats, East with 250 rushing yards and Sycamore with 137. So you know where East is going. They want to keep doing more of that. But, are they going to mix it up a little? Are they going to surprise with a couple passes, let Sean Church maybe drop back and try to find Evan Yablonsky, out across the flat. So, we'll see what happens there in Sycamore. They mix it up, but Mr. McConnell's going to touch the football. We know that.
Yeah,
there's no question.
He is all over this stat sheet. He's rushed for 59. He's passed twice for 31 yards. He's receiving for 24 yards. He's got a lot of total yards here, but like you said, the Hawks got a big goose egg there on the passing and receiving side, and I would hope that we get Mr. Yablonsky getting moving here. He's got some great hands, and he could really make a game change here with the field possession for the Hawks. So, like we said, the Hawks are going to receive the ball first. The Aviators are going to kick off, and like you said, total yardage pretty close, but boy, number of plays, the Aviators have got almost double and double the time of possession.
Yeah, you're right, Dave. Huge time possession.
But some of that came off of those turnovers where they took and marched the ball all the way down and came up with nothing at the goal line, and then here right at the half they missed that field goal. So here we go to start the second half. Kickoff is that gonna be out of bounds? Or did we touch it?
I want to say Josh Thornhill might got a bit of a paw on that, and boy, that's a no-no.
The referee's saying no, no flag. Boy, that would have been nice for the Hawks to get the ball in really good field position.
Boy,
with the
and
kick
the
out of
reverse,
bounds.
The Aviators got a good gift right there. Look at this. Hawks deep in their own zone.
Yeah, that's going to be a start right at the 8-yard line. So, big turn of events there. He was pleading his case over there that he didn't touch it, but the referee wasn't taking any of that. So here we go with Sean Church up underneath center. He's going to hand that off to Big Jack, and he's going to pound it up the right side for about 6 yards, it looks like.
Yeah, good gain to get up. I'm sure Jack wanted that football quickly after that last fumble, so you knew he was asking for the ball.
Now, there was a nice clean handoff there, Matt, and Jack
found a good seam.
Yep, he held onto that ball tightly, and you know, he's gotten us out twice now with our backs against the goal line, and gives him some breathing room here again. So here goes Sean up underneath the center. He looks like he fakes it to Jack. He keeps it, and he's squirming and worming again up through the line, and he gets some positive yardage.
Probably come up just a little bit short. This is going to be third and short here. Say about 2 or 3. Depends on where that spot is. Board hasn't changed. Yeah, 3rd and 2.
Carlito Parks there, 34 for the Aviators with the tackle, showing some sportsmanship, helping him up. And there's 34 for the Lakota East Hawks, Christian Bodden. Like to see him get some action tonight. There's a quick handoff from Church to Jack. But the Aviators were all over that, and it'll be interesting where the spot is. Going to get another look here, Matt.
The defensive back, Apollo Ford, jammed the play, number 1, and he was celebrating, and sure enough, he's got Jack DeBrosi's ankles wrapped up, and looks like East is bringing on the punter.
Evan Yaki with a big block there, but just didn't go anywhere. So it looks like East is going to punt this ball away, being deep, and that's a deep snap. He's going to barely get that off out of the end zone. I don't see anything down. Really short, though.
Boy.
Really short. I don't hear a whistle.
Did well to get the Fernando Rivera just to get that punt off, because that snap was way over his head. First off, he caught it firstly, which was
We're going to get
amazing.
A look here. There it goes over Fernando's head. He catches it, gets it off. I don't know why that's not running into the kicker there.
Yeah, and I don't
incidental
know
or not, that should have drew a flag.
Once they've broken that pocket of the punter, I don't know if there's any kind of rule with that, but you're right. If you in theory, you'd think there could have been a roughing or a running into the kicker on that play.
Did get it off, but didn't get a whole lot underneath it, and it came down. And the Aviators are in great business. 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line. Ball was bounced around. I almost thought somebody touched it, and the Hawks recovered it, but nope. Here we go off the line of scrimmage to Jordan McConnell again. And they start off right where they left off.
Yep. Misdirection. Jordan McConnell slicing his way into the East defense. We're going to catch the replay here when you see McConnell do that misdirection and just found the big block from number 56 on Sycamore, pulling guard Dave Gutierrez. Big junior again, just pulling and clearing space for McConnell.
And
picked up about 8,
like
2nd and 2.
Jackson Leahy had the tackle there, but here we go again. Some more.
Noah Blaze up the middle.
Yep, Noah right back to their 2 workhorses, McConnell and Blaze. And Blaze pounds it up here. We're going to see a replay. Drew hands it off. Big hole there.
Yep.
He cuts it back, and Howard's right there for the tackle.
The Sycamore center, Kyle Heaton, he's done a nice job tonight. And he's only a sophomore as well.
There's a quick handoff on us.
Missed that.
But
Katona right in the middle, though, the sophomore linebacker for East, one of their leading tacklers.
They went right back to another dose of Nick Blaze, but that didn't go anywhere. Then didn't surprise the Lakota East Hawks at all.
And Dave, they're hurrying up again. think Sycamore's got some urgency, and they think they're going to catch East on their heels.
Yep. Drew's there behind center. You got Nick Blaze to his right. Split left. He's going to roll to the right. There's not a whole lot there. He makes a quick dump to number 33.
Was that
and
Lee
that's
May?
going to be a touchdown to Lee May.
That's a good spot, Dave. I didn't see it. Lee May came back in the game. So after he got hurt in the first half, good to see him back.
Yeah.
Not a good result for East, unfortunately,
Great to see that young man here. We're going to see it again. Lee May starts on the left-hand side, drags across the back of the line of scrimmage. Nobody picks him up. Corey Dick tries to get there, and that's just a little pitch for Drew. That's just too easy with his arm and his ability. And like you said, good to see that young man back in the game after taking that hit to the head. But not if you're a Lakota East fan. You're not liking to see Lee May take that ball into the end zone for you, but we're sure glad that he's back in the game. So here goes the PAT, and that is going to be up good, and we have a tie ball game.
And I don't know who that holder was, Dave, but he did a great job. That snap was way inside to his right, and he pulled it back around, got it down, and number 82, who we still don't have his name, we apologize, Sycamore fans, but put it in. Was able to get the timing down. That's not easy. That's tough stuff for high school players. So
yeah, that was a great hold, as you pointed out there, and got the PAT up and in because points are going to be precious tonight, and one PAT might make a difference. So, Lakota East has again, we talked about special teams earlier, about that might make or break on a night like tonight. Lakota's had 2 turnovers and a high snap there where the punter tries to get it off and, barely gets about 20 yards out of that, and they get the ball on the 16-yard line and wasted no time punching that
Dave,
in.
you said it 3 minutes into the broadcast, maybe. I don't even know that. You said special teams, key to the game, and sure enough, that was huge because Fernando's got a strong leg. Had really little chance to get that off. And, Sycamore gets to the 16. Those drives aren't too tough.
Yeah, and they went right back to where they left off in the first half, a double dose of McConnell and Blaze, and they pounded the ball right in there. And then, again, a little something different we hadn't seen is a little toss to Lee May there for the touchdown. So here goes Sycamore with a kick right down the middle. No squibbing here in the second half. That was just a straight kick down the center that went into the end zone, so that'll be a touchback for the Hawks, and they'll start off.
Hey, Dave, and a few scores that surround the GMC, just for some of the fans out there. Fairfield's up 13-10 on Mason in the third. You got Princeton up 21-7 on Hamilton. Coleraine surprisingly up 49-0 on West, and Middletown 14-6 on Oak Hills, and Colerane's something else. Just really been dynamite this year, and it is what it is. But these other teams do not give up. They keep playing hard. They come right back the next week. These are 2 teams that have done the same thing, so that's why they're here battling each other in a 14-14 tie.
Yep. So the East will get that on the 20-yard line after the touchback. But just as you said, as Sean gets up underneath center here, the guy is in motion and a quick handoff to Jack DeBrosi. He gets a few yards up the middle. We started off with saying this is going to be a playoff game, and here we are 14-14 in the third quarter with 8:32 in the third, and it's knotted up, and these 2 teams are going to have to battle it out all the way to the very end,
There's
looks like.
Ton of time. You're right, 8:32. That's just an eternity. Every play is going to count now.
So East gets back up on the ball. It's 2nd and 4. Sean takes the snap. He's going
right to DeBrosi again.
The middle to Jack, and looks like he may have picked up the first down. Boy, Jack just takes it between the tackles and pounds, and that uses those strong legs and gets in there.
Yep. It's a guy, DeBrosi's been working hard his whole career. Always a hard-working kid in the weight room and on the field and any sport he played. I actually coached him in basketball back in around elementary ages, and he was 7th grade or so.
That replay shows you it takes 2 or 3 of those guys to jump on his back to take him down. So let's see what the East has now, 1st and 10. Is Sean fakes it to Jack, keeps it, goes off the left-hand side. Not a whole lot there, but still positive yardage.
And that's what East likes to do. If they can just keep pound away, get 3, get 4, and then get the big hit. Somewhere down there, they'll break that big run.
Right, and even though we said, the halftime stats there, 0 big goose eggs on the passing and receiving, when this game gets into late in the fourth quarter, that might pay off for the Hawks. All this pounding and running wears this defense down, and
that's a great point.
These running backs just keep bringing the ball to them. And here we go with another dose of Jack right up the middle. And he's going to be just right at another first down for the Lakota East.
We've got another.
Here we're going to get another shot of it. There goes Jack right up the middle.
Yep, he's just going to follow. Just follow that line, right? Tyler Wilkerson clearing out space, number 55. Another just a real successful senior. We got to give these linemen credit. Tyler's been dedicated everything to the East program his 4 years here.
Good point, Matt.
He's grading space again.
Offensive line is definitely doing a good job. There goes Sean with a handoff over to, looks like Jack again.
He bounced out a little early that time. Usually you stay inside there, but might have seen something, just didn't have the space to stay in the middle here. Get a look at this, and it was going to veer right anyhow. And I think Sycamore just did a good job of closing that space. Usually that's a good gainer for East when they're in that formation. That was one that Sycamore snuffed out. Give their left
usually
side
money
defense credit
over there off of Evan Yaki, and looks like the linebacker just peeled off him. Here goes a little misdirection over to number 8.
Like Donnie Wilkinson back in.
Donnie Wilkerson is back in there running the ball.
That's good to see. Another guy who probably chomping at the bit after a fumble. It's unusual for him. Not his. He's a sure-handed. Senior, another senior again, making a big difference in this program, and he wanted to go out and get some positive carries. So,
yeah, the Donnie's in there, Josh Thornhill's in there, and I like to see Coach mixing it up here. Give Jack a little breather and let these other guys run the ball. Keep the Sycamore Avs on their heels of what's going to be next for the Hawks. So here we go. Sean's going off. He dips down. He's going to throw the ball to Christian Bodden at the 30. He's going at the 35, 10, the 5. Oh, no, did he drop the ball?
He did. Picked up by East, though.
He dropped the ball, but I think Yablonsky was right behind him, just as we were talking about nothing in the passing game. And Coach pulls one out with a nice toss to Christian Bodden, the tight end.
And I think you're right. That looked like that was Yablonsky. And if there was anybody who's going to be trailing the play.
Here we go. Sean just bends down and throws it right over. Christian makes a great catch. He's rumbling, bumbling, and the DB punches that out.
Yep, Jacob Andre popped that out, and sure, you were right, Dave. Evan Yablonsky, there he is. There's a reason that football IQ is very high. He's trailing the play.
Yep, and thank goodness he's got good hands because he scooped and slid in, and they called him down about on the 2-yard line. So here we go with East at the 2. Jack pounds it right up through the middle. Sean's got his hands up, and there goes the ref's hands up, and that's a touchdown, Lakota East.
Well, there they go. They laid him.
So there's Big Jack taking it straight up the middle, and boy, that he earned that on this drive.
He sure did.
He's had some hard runs in the early part. Christian gets the long ball and takes it down to the 2, even though he coughed it up there. Yablonsky picks it up, and then they reward Jack with a quick pound right up the middle for 6. So here we go with the PAT with Gavin.
Right down the middle. And Christian Bond's a guy who hadn't been playing football. He's played baseball here and I'm sure he'll still play, but he's joined the football program and put him at tight end. And
there goes Jack right up the middle behind that offensive line you've been talking about.
Yeah, look at that. The way they blasted those guys in the end zone. Yeah, there was no doubt about it. No wonder Sean's hands were up, Dave. You said he was signaling touchdown before the refs.
Yep, Tyler Wilkerson in there, pushing them forward.
We're going to double back on the play here, and Church had a good inside fake here with Donnie coming around, and boy, he laid that in there nice for Christian Bodden, who reached back, grabbed it, and I got to give the credit to the Sycamore defensive back because he's thinking turnover still.
Yep, he punches it right out there. It looked like Christian had it out just a little bit. He was trying to tuck it in. He smelled goal line right there.
Yep.
And
but Evan Yablonsky, man of the hour. That's just that is a heady player right there. Is the kind of guy you want on your team is just going to do 10 different things for you.
Yep. And you were talking about Bodden there. I know him quite well myself. he's my neighbor, and you're right. He walked onto this football team this year as a senior and made it. And hats off to him. Here goes a squib kick by the Hawks that they have been doing. That one didn't turn out so well.
Go too far, and guess who's got the ball? Another one of those guys that Davis the Black, number 81.
Yep, we've been calling his number quite a bit. There you see him, 81. Aviators were ready for that one. They had good hands up front. We're going to see he picks it up at the 30, and there he goes. 35, 40, 45, and they are in good field position
I think
at the 45-yard line.
I think Coach Haynes wanted that a little further down the field. The squib's been working, but, I think hoping we get Myers to get a little more foot on that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Matt. I think he was looking for that to be quite a bit deeper than that, not giving Sycamore field position at the 45. So here they go lining up. Drew's got the ball. He passes it, tips it back to Nick, and he's going off to the right-hand side with that quick pitch for some positive yardage.
Yeah, and Blaze had a nice first half, Dave. 11 carries, 60 yards. That's just a good, solid first half for the big
Here's
running
another
back.
look at Nick, number 7, going off to the right-hand side, lowers his shoulder.
And he's just a junior, too, so another guy that's going to be back. We've called a lot of there's a good group of seniors on both teams, but, boy, there's some underclassmen doing some stuff today.
Absolutely. So he gets picked up 4 yards out of that pitch. Didn't look like there was much there, but, that young man's been putting his head down and driving there, too. So here goes Drew back in the shotgun. He's going to air it out, but there's almost an interception.
Oh, number 13, R.J. Heath. Well, his dad might tell him that's why he's playing defensive back, not receiver, but, hey, great coverage.
Yeah, he had great coverage.
We're teasing. That is great coverage again by R.J. Heath. His hands are on the ball. He tracked that in the whole way.
And I think that's his second shot, right?
He
had a second shot. He had at a pick there. Again, he's not going to like that when he sees that on film, but I think we got some laundry down on the field, too, here on this play.
You're right. Didn't even see it.
Referee's got ineligible downfield there as he signals towards the Sycamore side.
Yeah, there's good blocking,
down.
so probably a lineman leaked out.
So there's the fake to Nick. He drops back. There, Drew airs it out. That young man has an arm, but boy, Heath is going to...
Yeah, he's going to dream about that one, isn't he?
Yep, and he is not going to like that tomorrow morning in film.
No,
that one hit him right in the hands. So that could have been a big turnover for East right there. Would have been what the doctor ordered for the Hawks, but Sycamore keeps the ball, and they're going to air it out again. There's a quick hitch out to the right-hand side.
Signaling catch.
And are they going to single a catch there? I see one saying catch, and I see one referee just ran in, slapping the turf, saying that skipped in. The back ref runs in here, and
let's get a look.
Yeah, we're going to get another look here. There goes Drew, airing it out to the right-hand side, and
Davis the Black sure thought he caught it. He was not happy.
And sure enough, there's the coverage, number 81, the favorite target. And it looked like on the front side that he did catch that, but the back judge came in as he rolled over. That thing must have squirted out a little bit, and he saw it sneak out the backside. So they called that incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down for the Aviators. They're going to have to air it out again. And there's a big strike across the middle to you-know-who, number 81. Davis the Black again. Little bit high, but maybe catchable for him. Yeah. Like we said, he's a big target.
On a dry night, he probably comes down with it. And Drew Adelmay had a lot of heat on that, though, too, Dave. That sucker was humming. So I think on a dry night, maybe he pulls that down. But tonight, that's just
Drew aired that out. And here we see this sophomore quarterback that came in. We were a little confused about who was fair. Who their punter was early in the first half, but it was number 16, but he came in right at the end and threw the ball a few times. But here's that quick kick of his.
And a beauty.
And, boy, if he's not their everyday punter, he might be finding himself back there more and more.
He sure would.
As a young sophomore.
Right down to the 15, so that's the quick snap, the low line drive through the rain, and he pinched it to the sideline, which is not an easy talent and he's a sophomore again. Another young guy for Sycamore getting things done tonight.
And as we saw right there before the half, he stepped in as they put Drew split wide to the right, trips, opened up the middle, and he took off for a run in the very next play, threw the ball and threw it pretty well. So that could be a weapon coming up here in the Aviators playbook, having a sophomore quarterback that can pooch, kick, and throw the ball. So we'll see what happens. But now, right, the Hawks have the ball back deep in their own territory. Sean fakes left and comes right up to about the 20-21 yard line and gets a little breathing room for the Lakota East Hawks to bring up second.
Breathing room is what they want. That's they want to run this clock. You got about just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter, excuse me. And I know Coach Haynes, he wants to grind this thing down. If he can get a touchdown here to walk away in the third quarter, that'll really set the table for the fourth.
2nd and 5, like you said, getting late in the third quarter here with 3:38 and counting. And he wants to get some field position. There goes a dose of Jack off to the right-hand side. He's got running room at the 30, the 40, the 50, and he steps out of bounds just over midfield.
And we should mention, Dave, Jack went over 1,000 yards for the season in the first half. So, and he finished that first half with over 100 yards, and he's just piling on.
Here's another look at it, Matt. There goes. He breaks a tackle right there. Such a strong kid. He's running with a good, strong, stiff arm, and he just steps out, and you're right. Jack did have 106 yards in that first half, and congratulations to him on 1,000 yards this season already, and he's going to get some more tonight, and hopefully as this team goes on into the playoffs. So here goes Sean at midfield. He snaps the ball, hands it back off to Jack. He pounds through the line, gets a couple on the left-hand side.
And as much as Coach Haynes would probably like to see another 40 or 30-yard run there, he's also happy with 3 or 4 slamming ahead and running that clock down, because here we go. We're down to 3:10, and we'll be under 3 when this play snaps. So
I would agree, Matt. As long as the ball's moving and the chains are moving and the clock's running, you can't ask for more. You're up 7 on a wet night. I'm sure he wants points on this drive for sure. So we'll see what the Hawks do. There goes Sean handing it off right up to Jack down the middle. He's going to bring it down to about the 42-yard line and set up 3rd down and short.
3rd and short, yep. And boy, straight ahead. It's what he wants to see. 3rd and short's another thing. The coach's best friend, and definitely Coach Haynes' best friend with his triple option attack. Gives you a lot of different looks. When
so Bodden runs out, then Yablonski comes in, and they got the heavy package on the right-hand side there, and Sean hands it off into Jack DeBrosi up the middle, and he's going to cross the 40, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. Yep. So here we go, like you just said. Couple 3-4 yards each play moves the chains, and 1st down Hawks.
Watches that clock just crank, but let's see if we get tricky again. We got Bodden coming back in with Yablonski, so that little bit of that receiving package they like to use.
Got Jack in the backfield. We've got the 2 young running backs flanked on each side. One comes in motion here. Sean flips it out to him. That will be number 8. He's staying in bounds down the right-hand side and picks up nice little 12-yard run.
Yeah, Donnie Wilkinson did good to stay in bounds. It really looked like he was going to be in some trouble because
here we go. Donnie comes in motion, fakes at the Jack. Boy, Sean just pulls that out at the last second and flips it over. Nice forearm, stays in bounds. Follows that block by Yablonski and picks up a quick 12. So there you go, 1st down. Chains move, clock's running with 1:45 in the 3rd quarter, and
Donnie's athleticism took over. He tiptoed down that sideline.
He did. He could have easily just stepped out, but no, he wanted a little more, and that paid off for the Hawks. And there goes Jack right back up the middle for about 7 yards.
That's a great boy. There's a 1st down play that Coach Haynes likes more than anything, straight ahead for 7 or 8. And
yep, that'll take him down to the 21-yard line, 2nd down and 2. The Hawks are just biting away, marching down the field, and hopefully we get some positive results. Though we've been down here before tonight and come out empty. So
don't underestimate that Sycamore defense, but cranking down to a minute left in the 3rd quarter.
And there Sean drops back. He looks for a little pass to the end zone. And who is it but Hans Jablonski?
Yes, it is.
Right there. He points at the camera and says, look at that on a senior night. There's 6
right with the
for
minute
Evan
left.
Jablonski.
That was a beautiful throw by Sean Church. He doesn't always get credit. He's got a great arm. He's a baseball player, and I don't think people realize he really can throw the football.
He can. You're right. He just showed some of that baseball arm off here. We'll see Gavin get this PAT with Sean holding for us. And just as you were saying, it's up and good. Don't underestimate that defense. And I was noticing on that play, we're going to get another shot of it. The Sycamores packed the box. They're looking for the run of the jack up the middle, and Sean just steps back, and Jablonski gets behind the defense. Here it is, another look. You see all those white shirts in the middle, and there's a nice throw from Sean Church. Just lays it right in there, and here comes Evan right into your living room and points at the camera and says, look at that, 6 points. So nice call. Probably unexpected, as we were saying. The Aviators were really looking for that short burst up the middle, probably to Jack. They had the box loaded.
No, you're right. I didn't notice that at first, and the only 2 guys that weren't there were chasing Chasing Evan Jablonski into the end zone. They sure did, and they're looking for that turnover. I'm sure they want to strip the ball. It's a wet night.
Yep.
But they've got to stop them somehow. They're trying to pull it everything they can. And, hey, Gavin Myers 4 for 4 on kicks tonight, too.
He is. Good shout out to him. He is doing well with the PAT. So here we are, 28-14 in the third with 1 minute and 1 second left to go. East will be kicking off to the Aviators, and we'll see if they're just going to kick it away or try another squib here. And it's going to be a little short pooch kick down about the 22-yard line.
Taken by Davis to Black.
And there's Davis to Black. Boy, they had it loaded back there. Yep. Davis to Black, Lee May, Jordan McConnell, all back there waiting right around that 30, 20-yard line, waiting for East to just drop it in there. You're going to see this replay. There's all those numbers we've been calling all night, 22, 81. He slipped.
Yep, blew a tire.
That wet turf out there tonight just got the best of him there. So that young man's going both ways, as we said, defense and offense, and extra.
They're all over
the extra
place.
Teams on the receiving. Here goes Drew falling back. So, nice throw. Of course, here comes a lot of hankies to number 81. And East was all over that, but I think they're going to get caught for a targeting call or something here.
Yeah, Michael Howard hit. He loaded up, but I thought he got a lot of his own teammate. I don't know if we'll be able to see that one again. That happened so fast, but I think you're right. Probably looking at that.
We've got a personal foul targeting on East.
Targeting.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Matt. From our vantage point here, it was a quick play. We're actually going to get another look at this. Here goes Drew. He fakes it to Nick.
Beautifully thrown ball. Say that.
Throws a nice tight spiral to his favorite target.
Oh, he got them both. That's what happened.
And
look at that.
Here you see Howard laying down the boom. And I think that's my call there is that's a fast play. Here goes McConnell out to the left-hand side, and bang! He gets tattooed there at the line at the sideline. Not too for sure who hit him.
Michael Howard.
Yeah. So Michael just got called for that targeting, which a little questionable. As fast as that happened, bang, bang, high throw. 81 drops down there.
Moving, he's coming low. Yeah, you just don't know. He's just trying to, step through him. But boy, Michael Howard came right back on that play. Did that
Davis Nyback, big guy,
get around the end,
dropping down quick. And I know Howard likes to hit hard. I don't think it was intentional, but they called it, and there it is. Oh, Drew's back, and Hundermer just barely misses a sack. He gets the ball off incomplete. So I think the Aviators see that the score 28-14. they need to start moving the ball quick,
Yeah.
and they're going back to their bread and butter, throwing the ball
Yeah.
with their big quarterback.
Right,
So
and as we said, Drew Adamule, he's fourth in the league in passing, and you can see why. He's really got a great arm. Tough night to throw. Tough defense to throw against, too, at times. So
yeah, Hundemer was back there.
He had him dead to rights.
Dead to rights, and he spun out somehow, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 13. There's 37 seconds left in this third quarter. So Aviators showing a little bit of desperate throwing almost on every down here this drive. And looks like they're going to set up for 3rd and long, and I would imagine here's going to be another passing play as Drew's in the shotgun. They got trips right. He steps up in the pocket, delivers a strike right in the middle of the field, and I think that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, we've got number 29, actually, Cademan Farrell, senior, coming up, and this is first action of the game.
There you see Drew step up in the pocket, dribbles or delivers a strike right to the center.
He stepped into it.
Of number 29's numbers, somebody we haven't called yet tonight, but Caden, as you pointed out, is a senior wide receiver, comes into the game and picks up a huge first down for the Sycamore Aviators as they line back up. There's a handoff to Nick, and the Black Sea just is all over him. There's number big 52.
Justin Katonen.
Justin Katonen again.
And big 90, Terrio Henderson. He stuffs up the middle.
Here you get to see it again, Matt.
Look at him with the pink socks, and he's a plugger.
Oh, he's getting yanked on too.
Boy, you're right. Justin Katonen fired in first, and from there, that was that. Nothing was going on.
We have called Katona's name more than once. Big number 90 there was getting yanked on his jersey again, Henderson. But they snuffed that out to end the third quarter. 28-14, Lakota East is up over the Sycamore Aviators. Here we are back at the Hawks Nest for the fourth quarter with the Hawks up 28-14. Matt, it's still raining. It isn't stopping.
No,
and, not. Before I left tonight to come over to the stadium, the weatherman said, we're not going to see any lightning, but, boy, have your poncho and your umbrella because it's going to rain. And he was right. It hasn't stopped. The Lakota East faithful are here. The Sycamore faithful are here. Not as in big as numbers, but as you can see the stands over there, they're following their team. They got their umbrellas up. The Hawks are on our side with their umbrellas up, starting this fourth quarter, 28-14, and the Avs open up with another pass play.
Beautiful throw. That's Gordy Apple catching that, the sophomore wide receiver. I'll tell you, the underclassmen of this team, Dave, that we said it earlier, big Drew Adamule, he's a junior. He's a 6'2", 215-pound junior throwing these footballs. I mean, that's just a beautiful throw all the way out to the sideline.
Yeah, that was a nice spiral again, right in the numbers and moving the chains, moving the ball for the Aviators, exactly what they need, down 2 touchdowns, starting this fourth quarter with the ball. Now they're over the 50 and into the 32-yard line, of Lakota East. And I think we're going to see a heavy dose of him throwing the ball. They got double left, but here's a run to Nick Blaze up the middle, and the Hawks are ready for that. They just stand him up.
Look like Big Hundy's in there, among others. And you're right, they're going to keep throwing. I'm sure they figure got to keep them honest, though. Keep the Hawk defense honest. To run Big Blaze in the middle and then come back firing. So the East has got to think about their pass defense and keep those guys in front of them.
That was Adam Hundemer standing him up. He's having a pretty good game tonight.
We called him a lot.
Been waiting for him to step up and start doing some stuff here, and this is his game tonight. Yep. He and big number 90 in there filling the gap because there's not much between the tackles for the Aviators to run. As we got 3 down defensive linemen there, and the 3-2 that they're running now. There goes Drew back for a pass. Oh, he's going to get sacked. He's trying to get pulled down there at the 34-yard line. He stepped up in the pocket. He almost got out of there. But
Aaron Sharp had him, the junior linebacker.
Aaron Sharp steps up as well, number 47. We're going to get another look. There's a fake to Blaze, and Drew goes to throw. Nothing there, and bang, there's number 47. Just jumps on his back, waits for some of his friends to help him out, and here comes the cavalry, and they wrestle him down about the 34-yard line. So they'll take that as a sack.
Yep.
For
Sharp
the
actually
Hawks.
at the defensive end spot and doing a good job staying home. He's got to contain quite a bit tonight with that McConnell running through there.
So here we go with the Hawk dropping back in some defensive coverage for the pass, and sure enough, the Aviators get out there to throw the ball. Drew throws it down incomplete on the left-hand side.
And that was Corey Dick on the pressure there. You talked about him earlier tonight being the running back that he's been all year and playing a little safety. So a little safety blitz thrown there by Coach Haynes, and they might have had a handful of jersey just to slow him down enough, because otherwise he might have got a piece of the QB. And boy, there we go.
Here we see that rain.
The rain,
as the weather folks
Friday night
warned
football
us.
in Cincinnati.
And shout out to our camera guys out there standing in this too. You know, we talked about the players and the fans and the referees, but our camera guys are out there getting wet, giving us great shots tonight. So here goes Drew, drops back. He's looking. He's at the 40. He's rolling. He does a little pitch over to Nick, but he bobbles the ball, and that's going to be incomplete.
Heady play by the junior quarterback there. And unfortunately for Blaze, just could not hold on to that. It's wet. It's he's taking a beating tonight and keeps coming out comes out play after play. But boy,
you're
going to
see a
probably
replay.
took his eye off it.
Drew drops back. There's just nothing there. Hawks are back in that pass defense. But here's two juniors, number 5 and 7, Nick and Drew.
Yep.
Boy, looks like they got some chemistry there, and that one just didn't work out. But he had a little bit of running room if he came down with that.
Yeah,
so
they had the first down.
Turnover on downs there, that would have gotten them a first down, and the Hawks start back up. There's a fake to Nick DeBosi, and Sean Church is going to go down the left-hand side. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. I don't think anybody's catching him till he gets into the end zone. That's a touchdown, Hawks.
Sean Church. 61-yard touchdown run, and boy, once he bounced outside, he was gone. Davey,
he
right?
was gone, Matt. There's the senior. He tries to shove this in there. He's fired up.
Yep.
Look at him going. There's Sean Church on senior night with a big run and blowing this game open early in the fourth quarter. Sean's going to go over. He's the holder, too, for Gavin. And he is fired up after that long run as we get ready for the PAT, and that's up and in. He is like automatic now.
Yes, he is. He's 5 for 5 tonight, and he does the kicks for cancer, so there's money going into the cancer fund again. Good,
that's awesome.
Great cause. But boy, Sean Church, what a big run. There's the two plays. Sycamore drops a pass on 4th down, would have got him a first, and bang,
turns
play,
it over.
and
First
East
play. There goes Sean. Everybody thought Jack was getting the ball. They were on it. Sean pulls it back out, and there he just blows up there the left-hand side. He looks back right there, see who's chasing him, and takes another peek, and he's just running for that goal line. Little late there, but I think Churchy doesn't care at that point once he's in there.
It's all celebration.
He's fired up. Here it is coming right at us.
That's a 66-yard touchdown run. I said spotted that off.
There's number 4. He's chugging down the left-hand side, and he's just going to march in there with 6 points.
And with 9:34 in the fourth, that's going to be tough for Sycamore. They're going to have to come up with something and come up with it quick.
Absolutely. Sean had quite a few yards in the first half. That's going to help him out here for total yards in the second.
Clearly well over 100 now for tonight. Yeah.
Yep, had 73 in the first half just rushing there when we said 0 on the passing side, and he more than just doubled that in one play. So here goes the kickoff for the Hawks. They do that short kick again. Sycamore's ready for it at about the 19-yard line, and they're going to bring it up the side and step out about the 35, 36-yard line, it looks like. So number 22, Jordan McConnell with the run back.
Like Hayden King might have been on the stop. Oh, Trent Linneman was in on the stop. The junior defensive back, so good to see Trent get.
Good to hear his name, number 21, making the tackle there on the kickoff. And
so these defense just wants to hold in here. Sycamore's going to have to come up with some big plays. There's just only so much time. And 9:26 left. They really have got to come up with a quick drive here.
Exactly. Just a little over 9 minutes in this fourth quarter. They're going to be throwing the ball quite a bit. There's a throw to Lee May. He puts his stiff arm out. He's trying to get out of bounds. Ain't going to make it. But
But a good gainer
He
nonetheless.
did get a first down, so that'll stop the clock for the Aviators while they move the chains. We'll get another look at here as Drew drops back, grabs tight on that ball, just flicks it right over to Lee. That's only the second ball I think he's caught, but the first one was for a touchdown.
Right, and there's Katona in on the stop again. He's again one of the leading tacklers on this East team, and he's a sophomore. So
Yeah.
the defensive coaches have just got to be so happy with his
So
play
here goes
this year.
Sycamore back into the pass. Drew down the left-hand side right at the sticks, and
That's number 3, Gordy Anapple again. So it's been 2 or 3 catches for him tonight. So another sophomore getting in on the action here.
yep. So here we're going to see Drew just 3-step drop, and he quick turn, boom, right at the sticks, first down.
Yeah.
Hawks are there,
Well
but boy,
designed.
they got to try to get that in front of that first
Yeah.
down marker.
Yeah, you'd like to get him at least in second and short if you could, but clock's running at 8:45, so Sycamore's got their times of the essence for him.
Yep, they're at the 40-yard line. They're going right back to the shotgun. There's the same play over the middle to Lee May, standing him up at the 33-yard line. So
Sycamore's going to take. Looks like the East defense is going to say, "We'll give you the middle, but you're not going to take it for more than 10 yards. We'll keep you in front of us. Let the clock run." So you can see that soft middle. Going to really
yep,
protect
right
the
here is
edges.
the replay, and Lee May wide open in the middle. They're going to give that up, and
There's Katona.
there's Katona and a whole bunch of others coming in to wrestle him down, keep him before he gets to the stick, stop that clock, keep it running. So the Aviators got to go drop back, little jump pass there to Nick Blaze, and he's going to get taken down right there. That looked like a pretty tough hit.
Yeah, I think you're right, Drew, or Dave. I think he's.
And unfortunately,
feel
Nick's
great.
down on the.
Yeah,
We're going to see another look here. There's a little jump pass. Don't see that every day.
Tim Tebow play and
Nick goes up and grabs it, and
Blaze
here
there.
comes a
Ooh, yep, that low hit.
low hit. We're going to see number
That's 31 in on the
31
stop.
for
I
the
think I can
Hawks.
see that number, Dylan Sawyers, senior defensive back. So
And I'm not sure where it got Nick, if it just got the wind knocked out of him, but hopefully that young man's okay.
yeah, you might be right.
As the training staff and docs are out there
That's good
checking
to
him out,
see,
that's
sitting
good
up.
to see, sitting up. This is a young man that's been going both ways as well. Offense, defense. He's on the receiving team. A couple of these kids from Sycamore.
Yeah.
As we stated earlier, it's a long night. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and maybe just got the wind knocked out. And we talked about how much endurance he was going to have, and a pretty good solid hit. But hopefully that young man's okay.
Yep, he's walking off, so it's always better than any of the alternatives. So
Absolutely. That's been great to see. Every one of these guys have been able to get up on their own and walk off. So hopefully he's okay.
And you're right. He's been all over the place tonight. Again, I think he had a first half where he rushed for 60 yards, and he's piled onto that again, and with his receiving yards as well. I'm sure he's well over 100 all-purpose yards tonight, and that's impressive from the young man.
So here goes the Aviators back in the shotgun. Oh, a little fake pass and a flip over to Jordan McConnell. Haven't called his name in a while. And they had trips right there. Looked like definitely was going to be a pass. And, oh, no, not another guy.
Oh, boy.
And then Jordan McConnell, as we've been saying, been calling his number all over. And he's another kid going multiple directions, offense, defense. Here he gets the pitch from Drew, going down the left-hand side here, makes a cut at the 30, inside the 30, and Katona wraps him up. I don't see much there, but...
Yeah, sometimes just the way he was a good, clean tackle, and it just fell on his...
Grabbing that ankle right away, so he
Yeah.
must have got his ankle just up underneath Katona a little bit, and boy, he let that ball go right away, grabbing that ankle, and they're working on him right there, and again, hopefully he's okay. The trainers were over there on him right away. That's right in front of their bench, so luckily they were able to get to him right away.
Yeah, and boy, these are their two most active guys in their offense. With obviously as well as Drew Adelmay, and boy, you have Blaze go out one play and Jordan McConnell the next. That's it's going to be tough on Sycamore here as they're trying to desperately rally with just over 7 minutes left in the game.
Yep, And
boy, he can't put a
he's
lot
up
of weight
and
on it.
walking, but not putting a lot of pressure on that ankle. So hopefully the staff can check him out, and that young man is okay as well. We'll keep an eye as they're taking him over to the table. It looks like he's favoring that ankle quite a bit, but it just looked like maybe it just got up underneath him on the tackle on Katona, and just one of those things, kind of like when Lee May's helmet came off there with Hundemer.
Exactly.
But here we go back in the action, and Drew drops back and pops a quick 6-yarder for a first down for the Aviators. And
it's Gordian Apple again, the sophomore. So he's becoming another outlet, right? Another guy he can go to.
Here it goes.
So.
Drew doesn't even take a step back on that.
Yep.
He just gets the ball and fires a little quick 6-yard out. And that young man's fighting for the sticks. He knows where they are. And
he got it.
Is that Howard? Who is that flying in there on the tackle?
I couldn't see the number, Dave. But we're back to 1st and 10, so they did get the first down.
Yeah, he did make it. I don't know if that was Howard or if that was 31 Sowers, but here we go right up the middle with a handoff.
Well, Noah Blaze back in again. How about that?
There we go.
Boy.
That's good to see him back into the game, being healthy, and they hand the ball off to him. Not too much going there. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 with 6:33 left here in the fourth. They're trying to make something happen and getting the ball in the end zone
Well, look
to
who
bring
else
this
is on
back
the field.
within striking distance. But right now, with East up 3 touchdowns, they're going to have to work quite a bit faster here. It looked like is that Jordan McConnell back in the game? Little hoppy, but he's in there gutting it out. So here goes Drew rolling out to the right-hand side. He throws to the end zone. Nothing there. A lot of black jerseys. That was intended for
Caedmon Farrell,
Farrell,
right? Yeah,
but,
we called him once today, but
Michael Howard, as you see, says, no, not here. So the East defense trying to hold strong here late in the fourth. They're getting their backs towards their own goal line as the Aviators have been marching this ball for quite a while down the field, but not probably fast enough with this clock running. It stops on that incomplete, but the clock's been moving on them as they've been marching it down. There's a low snap. Drew's got a problem picking it up. There's going to be a sack by East. And that'll keep it running. And there's Big 89.
Yep.
Evan.
Well, there's just not much
Adam
you can do with this.
Hundemer gets through there. There you see the ball's hitting the ground. It's a low snap.
And Alamule, he's pretty much got a fall on it. You're just,
Yeah, he did everything he could to try to scoop that up, to try to get it off. But by the time his hands were on it, Adam Hundemer was right there.
Yep.
He's lucky he didn't turn that ball over.
Yeah, and they can't afford it right now. We're cranking under 5.5 now.
Yeah, that would be lights out for them. So here it goes again. The East blows through that line. He gets off. He gets that ball off.
And guess who's there? Limping
deep
all.
into the end zone. And are you kidding me? Jordan McConnell. Look at him limping across
Boy, this kid.
the end zone after he catches it. Here we go. We're going to see it. Drew drops back. All kinds of black. He gets hit hard as he releases that. And McConnell just runs underneath that and catches it between 2 black jerseys. Here it is again.
I think Drew threw it to a spot, and it was as simple as that. He knows McConnell. He knows he can get there, and it's as simple as that. He knew where he needed to go with it. So
yeah, we
they're
had
not dead yet.
defense back there, and even with there's the PATs in, but I was going to say McConnell, even with a limp wheel there, he still was sprinting right through.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see it again here. Dave, you're right. I mean, this guy's not even full speed, but boy, he got to the spot as fast as he could.
Yeah, 2 Hawks right in there on Adame as he's releasing that, and he gets hit hard. Number 43 from the right-hand side, Troy Reisner, and it was that Hundemer that was in there. He just lets it go and lets McConnell, there he is, just running underneath this thing, trying to find it, and he comes down with it. It's a heck of a catch.
It was a heck of a catch because he did a good job getting his legs tucked under there so he didn't drop it. And here we go, 35-21, 5:24 left. It's the Hawks have got to be smart. They got to take care of the football now. Cannot afford a turnover.
That's right. Up 2 touchdowns. I would definitely agree with you, Matt. This game is not over. In these conditions, pretty much anything can happen, and we're hoping not for the Hawks. But, yeah, like you said, they're going to have to be smart, take care of the ball. We're going to have to see what the Aviators do here. Are they going to onside kick, squib kick? Because they definitely need to get this ball back and score again in a hurry.
They do.
That took a lot of time off the clock on that drive, but they did get points out of it. So here we go. They're
right.
lined up, ready to kick off. So number 10 for Sycamore, Sebastian Salas, ready to kick this off. And, no, a little change kick.
Oh, and it is the
And
onside
it's,
kick.
the East picks it up early, and they're taking off running with it. And they're going to bring it back to the 35-yard line. So that didn't work out too well.
No, it didn't. And, is that a little early to do that? I don't know. I mean, I bet you're down 14 against a really good opponent, so maybe you've got to take the shot at it. And I'd say right now, East is going to try to
Here
put
you're going to
this
see
away.
this replay where the kicker backs off in number 82, looks like.
And it's Fernando Rivera picked it up, number 1 for East.
So our kicker on the other side says, not tricking me here,
Yeah,
right?
right.
He ran up. I don't think it even made 10 yards yet, and he grabbed it and took off.
Yep.
And he's got the East Hawks in good position on the 35-yard line. As we said, they can do what they want now here with the ball. We'll see what Coach has to do. We're going to see a lot of running, I think. A big dose of Sean and maybe Jack. There goes Sean keeping the ball off to the right-hand side. And he just steps out.
I'm not sure Coach Haynes wanted him to step out. That stops the clock.
Yeah, I'd like to see
better
Sean.
than a fumble, but I think Coach Haynes is letting him know right now.
Yeah, I'd like to see Sean just go down and take a knee right there real quick. Keep that clock running.
Yeah.
Here comes the wide receiver, Yablonski, and Bodden goes out. Gives Sean the play.
Yeah, notice Yablonski was right behind Fernando on that onside kick. So if Fernando didn't get it, Yablonski was getting it. So
They had the hands package up front there. They knew something was probably coming, and not surprising. Sean Church looks back to the backfield, nothing there, and he just keeps it again on the left-hand side. Gets some positive yards.
Yep, and keeps that clock moving because it's going to take under 5. And this time, I think Coach Haynes said, I'm not letting you run wide. You're going to stay in the middle.
Stay between the hashes. He picks up about 5 yards. It's 3rd and 1. This will be a big first down right here at 3rd and 1 for the Hawks to continue to keep the ball, keep the clock running.
Sycamore's got a play. They need it now.
In the backfield, they just pound it to Jack. He takes it right up the middle.
That big offensive line and DeBrosi behind him. That's a hammer right there.
Yeah.
Way too much. And number 54 for the Hawks, Jonathan McKinley. Another junior in this case, but another big offensive lineman has just been pounding holes all year for the
and big
Thunder
Evan
Hawks.
Yaki there, just pushing forward and saying, run behind me, run behind me. These boys have been doing a good job. You mentioned it earlier. This offensive line, give them a shout-out and some credit here. They have been moving the line of scrimmage pretty well for Church. And there's another handoff to Jack.
Yeah, coming into this game, the Hawks were number 2 in rushing in the league, and there's a reason. Obviously DeBrosi and Church, the senior veteran guys, Donnie Wilkinson, Corey Dick at times. You've had the young guys, a sophomore like Sean, jumping in there as well. But those road graders up front, I mean, they pave holes around this offense.
Yeah, they're running that ball. That clock's ticking as you see the scoreboard with 3:44 left in the fourth quarter. 35-21 Hawks, and they got the ball there in good position here on the 20-yard line. And there goes Sean Church off to the right-hand side. He's going wide. He's at the 15, the 10. He's trying to stay in bounds. And did he get to the corner? Or did he get out of bounds? He saw the pylon on that far
he's just
side.
Short of the end zone, Dave. Just short. But in that case, I think Coach Haynes won't be as mad getting down to the 2-yard line.
Here we go. We're going to see it again. I saw the referee's hands. He goes, Sean Goods right there behind Big 54. There's a nice block by number 80.
80 is not up on the list, folks. So I'm not sure who that is, but he sealed that outside.
Sean was looking for that second touchdown and was trying to, I think, tiptoe down the sidelines and just got shoved out. So I think you're right. Coach will be okay with that one. Even though it stops the clock, it brings the Hawks down to the 1-yard line, 1st and goal. So, here we go. Sean lines up. We got a big, heavy package in there.
You know where it's going.
And it went to DeBrosi, and look at Adam Hundemer in there with an extra block.
Yeah.
Look at big 89.
Jumbo package. So
Yeah.
they're unloading the jumbos off the. Yep, you've even got big number 90 in there, Terrio Henderson. So they took a couple big defensive linemen. They're going full house, and actually short. So it's gonna be second down, but this is probably about as big as East can get it up front.
Yeah, I don't know who that might be a JV player we brought up.
Yeah, I don't see that, or maybe the uniform just might have had him flip.
Number
He's a
80
big
there.
fella.
And
So.
here we go with the big package again. Got Hundemer in there, number 90. Henderson's in there, and they pounded up the middle, and there's a touchdown.
That's Sean
Church keeps it right there. Here we're going to see another look at it. Getting some defenders in there, going in there and making some big blocks. You can see big number 90 and 89. They're ready to go. They just get in there and pound.
Yeah, these guys live
and
for that.
Sean just sneaks up in there, and there's all kinds of big bodies pushing him forward over the goal line for a touchdown.
And Dave, something you said earlier, this line just wearing him down. Eventually, Sycamore was going to take it. That kind of pounding in the first half with those big runs and that 250 rush yards at halftime. Yeah, at some point it's just too much. And Sycamore's fought the whole game, but it's just a little too much. That power up front gets to you, and then you get guys like Church and DeBrosi that just know where they're going.
Just absolutely right, Matt. We mentioned it that what will happen in the fourth quarter as this offensive line pounds you and these running backs and Church and the option just keeps running it down your throat, and it wears you down. And you see Sean get up under there, come back, reset, calls his own number, and there's DeBrosi pushing him. There's big number 50 pushing him from behind to get across the goal line.
Sam Florence.
Yeah. But, we saw 2 plays in a row. Coach comes out, and he throws Hundemer in there.
Yep.
And Henderson in the backfield with the jumbo package.
Yeah, it was the full tilt.
Boy, those young men were enjoying themselves, seeing a little
bit
of offense of action. So the rain's still coming down here in the fourth quarter, 2:43 left, 42-21. That probably shut the door on the Aviators right there.
I would think so. Now in Sycamore's case, they're not dead for the playoffs. They can still survive. They're going to need a lot of help though. East is in really good shape.
So Gavin squibs that down. That's more what the coach was looking for inside the 20.
Yeah, that was deeper. And there's Michael Howard though. I think sure looked like 22. Yep. Boy, Michael Howard again called his number a ton tonight.
Yep, and Jordan McConnell on the other side of the ball, running that
22
up.
and 22, just battling.
Yeah, those two have met each other quite a few times tonight, and Aviators will bring that ball up 1st and 10, about the 32-yard line. But Gavin's been doing a great job for the East too. There, I think just that one kick was a little short. Other than that, his kickoffs have been what the coaches ask him. He's perfect with PATs tonight, so
you're right,
not
Dave.
an easy night for a kicker in this rain either.
Yeah, and if he can get, I think Coach Haynes, if they're inside the 40, they're 30, 25, 35, the defense can live with that.
So Aviators bring the sophomore back in. He looks back to throw the ball, nothing there. He starts running and gets caught from behind after some positive yardage.
Looked like Aaron Sharp in on the tackle, and
so this is Andrew Furr, the sophomore that we saw right before the half. He looks back to throw the ball. We know he can throw it. Nothing's there. He's running. And
great hustle by Sharp, because Sharp was deep in the backfield pursuing the quarterback, and he ran him back down. So that was a heck of a play by the big fella. Oh, fumble.
Yeah, that fumble.
Ball lost.
Boy, there's not much keeping this defensive line holding back. They are running downhill the quarterback. We're going to see it here. A little fumble.
Yeah, big Hundy
again. We got time for this to see
Hundemeyer has
him
been
come
everywhere.
right in his hands. He just mishandled that, Matt.
Yeah, sure did.
And before he picks it up, guess who's right in his face but Adam Hundemer.
Big Hundy.
And Hundy's there, and 47's right behind him. Sharp.
Sharp again, yeah.
Back-to-back plays for him.
Well, I think you said this is kind of like Hundy's coming out party tonight, because he's had a good year, but he has really exploded tonight. We haven't stopped calling his name all night up there.
So here we go at 3 down for the Hawks, and the Avs are going to drop back, throw the ball, and that's bouncing around like a Super Bowl.
And he had no choice but to get rid of it because Hundy beat his man again. Just coming hard around that left end. And
only rushing 3, boy, they're blowing through there, and they're just getting to the quarterback. They're running downhill having fun. And the sophomore had to get rid of the ball quick to Lee May, and it was just too hot to handle. They used that play quite a bit in that last drive behind the linemen in front of the linebackers as they're dropping back in the prevent pretty much at this point now for the Hawks.
Yeah, just don't want anything behind them. But
I see 4 DBs and a couple of linebackers here, and so they're just going to let them pitch and catch right there, keep them in front of the sticks as much as they can, maybe to keep the clock running. But it looks like he's got a first down. I have to hand it to these Aviator receivers. They know where the sticks are. There's another dropped snap by the quarterback, but he throws a pretty nice ball, and look where that receiver is, Matt. Right at the sticks, knows right where they are. First down, stops the clock, gives them a first down, and here we go again with another pass. The sophomore's running around just looking for any white shirt he can find. There's just nothing there. He's going to pull it down and step out of bounds as the clock's running down here inside of a minute now with 42 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. And
they're not quitting. They're going to play to the last. This could be their last plays of the year. They might survive when it comes to both teams, but Sycamore in particular with a loss tonight.
Right.
So, looking ahead, East should be in pretty good shape. They just need 1 or 2 other teams out of 16 to win, and they're through. So, better than a great chance they'll be in good shape, and hopefully up to a 7 spot.
So here we go. Furr back again. The pass. He throws the ball. Oh, he gets popped right there. That would have been a first down and would have moved the sticks and stopped the clock. But with the incomplete, it'll stop it.
And junior Josh Jones, number 5, was there on the stop. And Josh, another guy's had a good year. He's been playing both JV and varsity and has had some impactful plays at both levels, actually. So he's right there, ready to, both hands wrapping the ball carry up. If he would have held on to it, he was there.
Not one of the best balls first thrown so far tonight, but definitely catchable. So here he is back in the shotgun. He's looking to just pull that down, take off running. He's going to pick up a first down. That'll stop the clock, move the chains. But with 33 seconds left, 42-21, that's not going to be nearly enough for the Aviators. And I think this is going to be a W for sure now for the Hawks as the clock's going to run after they reset the ball.
Yeah. And Howard in on another stop, and he's just, I'm sure at the end of the night, the stat sheets are going to say he had quite a few tackles.
Yes, he did, and quite a few hard tackles at that.
Yeah, that's right.
So here we go, a handoff to Nick.
Like Blaze back in,
there. And, again, like we said, good to see him back in there running around. And
it's going to do it, I think, Dave.
That's going to wind it down with 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the game as the Hawks are already on the field, 42-21 here at the Hawk Nest. And there's the few faithful students still hanging out up there. A couple seniors I see rooting on, like you said earlier. This is their senior night too, so you can see 42-21 Lakota East Hawks over the Sycamore Aviators here at the Hawk Nest on a rainy night. Matt, it was enjoyable.
Yeah,
glad
sure
you could come in tonight and do this with me. We had a really good game here.
We did, and we like we said, it was seeing Sycamore fight through it, but at the end of the day, the better team really stepped up, and Lakota East flexed their muscle on offense and defense.
So good on a senior night to see the Hawks win 42-21. Thank you very much. That's it from the Hawk Nest.